welcome in. Everybody, welcome the fiery man himself, Leon, aka Leo Fire 555. Hello, Leon, and welcome to the cottage. Just a quick intro. I have known Leon since maybe Dick was a minnow. I don't know, or he was a minnow, maybe. Anyway, I've known Leon for probably 5 years now, and we go back. I have tremendous respect for his reading abilities, of course, or he wouldn't be here. But the other reason is that I'm so excited about this live stream is because he's just the most fun. He's hilarious. He's great. And he puts it out there. Leon, tell us a little more about yourself.
How you doing? My name's Leon. If you are on Karen's channel, it's great that you are subscribed. If you're subscribed to my channel, feel free to subscribe to Karen's. Excellent intuitive reader. Very wise. A little bit about me. Very unfiltered. I do use bad language, so I apologize in advance if it strikes you down a little bit bad. But
Leon, you know, we drop F-bombs around the cottage. So, yeah,
I'll try to be a little bit. I'll try. I can't.
No, we want the unfiltered version.
I'm not very filtered, so if you've got like a PG mindset, that's not me, and I apologize in advance.
They're good. They're good. We don't got them trained around here, Leon. They're used to my Gemini mouth. It is what it is. Welcome in, everybody. Go subscribe to Leon. Just so you know, at the top of his chat, we have his link pinned, and then KC526, who is Leon's, I don't want to call her your better half, but like, she makes it even more amazing. How about that?
Might as well. You can say that.
And also a fellow Gemini. Happy early birthday, Casey. She's here, and she will be running Leon's link to his channel so that if you're not subscribed to Leon, go do it, for goodness sakes. What the heck are you waiting for? You will love watching Leon. He's phenomenal. We are going to put the unfiltered truth out tonight for your love life. Everybody ready to rock and roll? Ready to throw some cards, Leon? Are y'all ready?
I am just about ready. I'm ready to let you start. I'm going to run upstairs. I forgot my cigarettes. I'll be right back.
Oh, well, we definitely need that.
Yeah.
All right. So we will definitely take it away. I'm going to put up the Aries banner for you guys real quick, and we'll rock and roll. While Leon's gone, let me just say hey to whoever's here. Brianna, Lisa, Patricia, Laurie, Heather, Johanna, love yourself, Mitzi. It's good to see you, Venus, Jim, Connie. What's up? What's she, devil? If I missed you, it was not because I meant to. Steph, it's always good to see you. Hey, beautiful Karmic Kieran, my Virgo friend. Patricia, what's up? How's everybody doing this evening? You know, we're rocking and rolling. Let's see who else is here that I missed. Janice. Who else did I miss? Did I miss anybody? Hello, Alban, Marianne. Good to see you guys. What's up? What's up? Lisa Littlefeet's here. Melissa Dunbar, Jonathan, Divine Timing, Heels and Heat. Got lots of amazing folks in the house. Hey, Sarah, Betty, Jesse, how you been? Cheech, what's up? Hey, Sherlock 79, how you doing?
All
Are
right.
you guys quite ready? Leon, I ain't even started yet because I was running my mouth telling everybody hello. I mean, I got to Gemini, okay? I got to. It's Gemini season. And if there's ever a time that you got to just deal with it. All right, y'all ready? Y'all ready for Aries? Let's go. By the way, KC, if you need this, if this will help you, Aries is going to start at 440, 440. All right, Aries, what's going on in your love life? Let's get the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What's up? What's up? Let's get the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Here we go. Here we go. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What's going on in your love life, fiery Aries? Let's see. Let's rock and roll. Throw some cards. Spill some tea. Let's see what's up. Let's do it. Birdman, how you been? Good to see your face. Woo! Knight of Wands. Hello. Hello. Who is this thing coming towards you? You're a heartbreaker, love taker, dream maker. Don't you mess around with. Who is this player from the Himalaya that's wanting to break your heart? Who is this in your energy, Aries? I got to find out. What in the crazy train is Aries? Look, you're already getting some advice. The Ten of Swords. Now look. You ain't got to be no rocket science tarot reader to know what the Ten of Swords is telling you to do. You're going to get your heart broke if you keep messing around with this knucklehead up in here. All right. You're gonna fuck around and find out, Aries, and I don't want you to do that. All right. If anybody needs to fuck around and find out, it's the people fucking with you, not the other way around. You don't need to be the one to get fucked over. That's how we roll here at the cottage, okay? I don't want you to fuck over anybody either, but don't, for goodness sakes, for an Aries to get caught off guard, are you fucking kidding me? I feel like I'm reading for some other sign, okay? And I'm not going to throw other examples out because I'll piss other people off, other signs. I'm not going to do that. That's not why I'm here. But we all know, Aries, look, I'm going to just break this down. Somebody may be at a distance here. I feel like whoever this is acts distant toward you. Is this a past person? Is this a past person? Tell me, cards. Is this somebody that you know? Let's see what's up. Let's see what's up. Who is this? It's a King of Pentacles in reverse. And yes, you got history with them. Unfinished business. What in that? Why are you? Aries, we need to turn this world card upside down. That's what we need to do. We need to close this shit out. If you will close this out, you'll be jumping for joy, just like this person on the card. There's a self-awareness. There's a lot of joy that comes after closing out a cycle with somebody like this, because you're like, I'm free of this mess. Okay, I'm free of this mess. Is it a bomb? Do you have? Is this the hobosexual? Not. Let me spell this right. Hobo sexual. HOBOSEXUAL. Okay. So is this somebody looking for a place to live? Is somebody coming with their hand out toward you, Aries? I don't know who's coming here to take advantage of you, but the cards have spoken. This is going to hurt a lot worse if you let this thing go on than if you just, cut bait. They call that in fishing, and I'm not an expert fisherman, but, sometimes you just cut the line and just let shit go. Cut your losses kind of thing. You might want to do that. I think there might be better. This is not marriage material here. That's why the Four of Wands is here in the reverse, okay? So I absolutely, hello, who is this? Aries, you're going to find somebody more mature than this mess, okay? That's got a brain, that's got some intelligence, okay? But this thing is, this Knights, there you go. Knights Knights aren't bad people. They're just teenagers. Okay, you need to think about, grown-ass man, woman kind of energy here. All right, I want Leon to weigh in on your situation. I don't know. He may get a different story. He may get more on this. Let's hear what Leon has to say about your energy, Aries. I'm gonna turn the floor over.
Aries. Marsha.
It's always Marsha.
Here we go. Show me the energy around Aries, now and in the future. Aries, why do I feel like you should be running? Or do you feel like you've been running? I bet a lot of y'all have seen the social media off of the Apex movie, where I'm going to give you to the count to the end of this song. Here we go. Let's go. Aries.
While you're doing that, I'm going to adjust my air. I will be back in a flash.
Yeah, I'll be here. What is the messages for the zodiac sign of Aries? Sun, moon, or rising? What are the messages for the zodiac sign of Aries? Sun, moon, or rising? Show us what's here for them. Now, this may lay into what she said. This may lay into something completely different. You come out with the Eight of Swords. A lot of thoughts going on. A lot of thoughts. And Three of Wands, direction and movement. A lot of you are not wanting to sit still at this time. A lot of you are recognizing you're not wanting to sit still. Right now, let's see what this has to say. Six of Cups is reversed. Two of Cups. Some of you aren't upset anymore about an ending. It's almost like there was an ending. Others of you, that ending, the Chariot reversed, it's almost like that quiet before the storms already hit. You've accepted something that didn't work out in your favor. That you have the Queen of Wands. It's like, I can't be upset about this anymore, and I need to chase what I want to go after right now. I feel like you're aware of this. You're about the direction you're trying to move in with the Wheel card. You kind of, I can't say it's just stargaze, but you're hung up on that. You're knowing that it's time to start communicating and moving again towards situations that that like it's almost as if you were in a relationship, whether it was recent or a long time ago. And a lot of you, I am picking up intuitively, psychically, that the relationship, it may, some of you, it was like, oh, it was going good for like 6 months, a year, and then it went to shit. And I left it alone. I've left a lot of situations alone. And now it's like, what do I do and how do I do it? A lot of you also may be focusing on health and career, or you may be changing something about your look very soon. Cards didn't have to tell me that. But let's see what else we get for you, Aries. Show me something else for the zodiac sign of Aries. Show me something else for the zodiac sign of Aries. What do you want me to tell them right now? Any messages for Aries? Give me something specific for Aries. What do they need to see right now? Some of you are trying to avoid either somebody that made you feel like you can't get them. It's like you don't want to backpedal. You've got that Page of Pentacles with the King of Cups. Some of you could have been with an Earth sign or water sign. Anything else here for Aries? What needs to show? You felt like when you went towards it emotionally, it became disruptive before it really stayed where you wanted it to go. That gives me a lot of you may have had high hopes. You may have had look at this shit. You may have had high hopes in a love situation, a love direction. May have had a lot of high hopes with it, but it's like this just gives me the energy emotionally. You tried to detach from it, and you couldn't stay in that energy, and you kind of were aware of that. Clarify why. Give me a why. Why? Because the Eight of Cups, it was easier to let it go than let it bother you. It was easier to release this than let it upset you. What else is here? Continue the message. Queen of Cups, moving on energy. I had to move on energy. I couldn't be emotionally drained, or I had to fall back, and I had to like respect my own space. So a lot of you give me like, you're going to focus on health, your look, or your own space for a while. And I get a lot of financial abundant energy that you're going to stay focused on as well. That's not on the table, but I feel like finance has been important to you. You have the Hangman, the Chariot, the Six of Pentacles, feeling like I don't know what to do when it goes with my heart. The Two of Wands, I need to make a decision. Eight of Pentacles, I haven't put any effort in because I've had lack of trust of opening my heart to anybody, but I've made a decision. What is the decision about? Two of Swords reversed. What is this decision about for Aries? You got three. Not trusting people that lie to you or make you feel emotionally withdrawn. Basically, not feeling, it's like if you dealt with somebody where you thought everything was good, you found out I can't be gaslit, I can't deal with the toxicity, and I got to get my emotions in check. And I feel like you became very aware of that. Your intuition is probably telling you that you need to focus on that, let go of things that didn't work out, and get ready to open your heart out and move in that direction. These are the messages I have for you. You also may see new love come in your life. That may be the changes that find you very soon, especially if at this time you're not communicating with anybody. This is a message more of trust and understanding and releasing the burdens that no longer serve you or you don't carry with you anymore. So I feel like there was a point where you were emotionally like drained or tired, or you could have been feeling like that recently with these first two cards, but you kept trying to work your way out of that situation. I do see that coming to an ending. I do feel like you're going to put a lot of work and effort. Clarify the work and effort card. Towards releasing things that made you unhappy or didn't work out. I'm going to say that again. To releasing things that made you unhappy or didn't work out. Some of you have already done this. This is telling me some of you have already done this. And now it's about reaching the celebrations or moving towards them or starting again with them. Go to the bottom. The Star card, being patient. Some of you have been patient and now you're trying to move on your own and you want to transition into being stronger. But you've been quiet about how you feel mentally and emotionally. Like you don't want to give it to other people, or you want to feel like you can trust them to give it, but you're like, I can't give an inch because every time I give an inch, they take a fucking mile. That's what I have for Aries.
All right, Aries, you have had it way down for you. Boy, oh boy. Do you have any bulls in the house? Any Taurians? Any of those Taurus folks in the house with us today? Are we blessed with your presence, beautiful Taurus? I have got some tea for you. While Leon was reading, I went on and pre-shuffled, and I have got some tea for you guys. Well, well, well. Here's what I got: a complete storyline. In a nutshell, some of you Tauruses have gone through a major breakup, possibly a divorce. Someone that really raked you over the coals. Could be somebody that maybe even there was some legal issues around the situation, or some combination thereof. Okay, nonetheless, something came out and you walked away from this thing. You found out some truth about somebody's fuckery. Okay, let's just call it what it is. All right, with the Five of Swords, it's never a good thing. And you found out about it. Truth exposed, right? You may even have receipts, screenshots, charts, graphs, data. I don't know, but you know what you're talking about. Taurus, you're on your game here. So you did what any self-respecting Venus sign would do. You turned your back. You're like, I'm out. I'm out. Did you choose another person in the traditional third party way? I'm not sure. I think who you chose is you. I think who you chose was yourself. Nine of Pentacles. Now you're shifted. You've shifted your focus. You've shifted your. I can't talk today. You've shifted your focus, and if you're not already vibing financially, and I know this is a love reading, but this is where your focus has been. And I've got success here. So if you haven't experienced success yet, and that's your focus, you will. Some of my Taurians are even starting a side hustle. Look, Taurus, you're the moneymaker of the zodiac. Okay, let's just call it what it is. You're over here doing your thing and standing in your power. All right, I literally have the Hierophant card that came out right behind that. And you don't even give a shit about love. Okay, you don't care. You're like, I don't care. I don't want that mess. I'm done with that. I'm standing in my power. I want it. I got it. Gee, thanks. Yeah. What is that? You like my hair? Gee, thanks. Just got it. You know, you're kind of vibing. That's the prediction I've got for you around your current focus. And lo and behold, what happens? They start coming out of the damn woodworks, Taurus. You got more people coming toward you. I got a new person. I get you being booed up. This is your energy again. This can be Taurus energy. It's Venus energy here. So I get you getting into a major, phenomenal relationship because why? You don't even care. You're not even looking for it. And it just drops in your lap. Venus energy, folks. Them Venus people, they roll different. They don't have to work at it. It is what it is. You got more people than you can shake a stick at. What's crazy? Here's the next thing I got on the agenda. All right, you get your new boo thing. You're over here vibing. You may even be wifey or on your way to being wifey or hubby, okay, with that, Empress energy here. All right, just that's, I predict, and this could be prediction. You may not have met boo thing yet, but boo thing is here and your energy. So that's coming. But let me tell you what happens next. Old faithful, the one that you can always count on circling the block. Once you get booed up, that old faithful is going to pop back up. Hermit reversed. Whoever this is that way back here that you turned your back on before you started vibing and doing so well, they pop back up, Taurus. Okay, they come back in. You ain't talked to them. Guess what? They want to change that. Taurus is, I can already hear some of you. Well, I've got them blocked on. Well, they're going to send you smoke signals, Taurus, or a carrier pigeon or whatever. Okay. Maybe they send you a cash app for $1 and say, hey, will you unblock me? I want to talk to you. This person's going to find a way to get a hold of you, Taurus. Okay. I'm just going to tell you that. And so they're popping back up. That is my prediction. I want to know what they have to say. Okay. I want to know what they have to say. So do see this blast from the past popping up after you get booed up. After you get booed up. That's what's so crazy. That's what's so crazy. Now they want to open up to you, Taurus. Now they don't want to push you away. All right. Now they don't want to, now they want to open up and tell you how they feel and all this kind of stuff. And I want to work on this. And don't you miss me, Taurus? And you've got all this emotional. Taurus, think about the good times. Don't you miss the good times, Taurus? They're going to try to sweet talk you. They may try to emotionally manipulate you. And I know you still got feelings for me, Taurus. Taurus is over here going, I don't. But I hear you, but they don't. But anyway, this is them. They're going to try to talk a good game. I really feel like it's a waste of your time I think you've got it. You're going to be in this energy with this new boo thing that it's so good that you don't want to do anything to rock that boat. You wouldn't even I think it's like comparing, a Mercedes. Hell, Mercedes, what's that thing that they whatever P21? I'm not even saying that McLaren car, whatever. It's like comparing that to a 1986, Ford Fury. I think there's no comparison. All right. Nonetheless, that's what I have that's going on in your love life. But I think you're going to be in this whole ass vibe by the time that comes on. Taurus, I'm predicting you're going to be just fine. You're going to be it's not even a question for you, if that makes sense. That's what I got that's going on in the life of a Taurus. Let's hear from Leon and see what he's got on his mind.
All right, Taurus. Here we go, Taurus. Let's see what we get for you. I don't know if I want to take more coffee down for you, Taurus, or light the cigarette.
Why do you have to choose?
I know. I could probably do both at once. Might be the biggest mistake ever on live, but you never know. Here we go. All right, let me just turn this off. It's warm enough down here for a minute. You want me to tell Taurus? Show me anything that needs to show up. Zodiac sign Taurus. Ooh, that was so fast. That was too fast. Landed on my wrist.
Smoke them if you got them, Leon.
So emotionally, for some of you all need to hear that somebody in your energy came around. It didn't last. It didn't fucking last, and you know that. It was like they came around, got what they wanted, and left. That's behind you now. That there's no more emotions poured to that cup. There's definitely it definitely felt like it was chaotic, or there was a misalignment, or there wasn't true words spoken in a situation. True words spoken about, well, what the fuck? What was this all about? Why the fuck did you waste my time? And I feel like that's how you felt, to be honest, over them. Like, not like why would you, like, you give me this, I don't want to absorb the energy, but why the fuck did you do that? Like, what the fuck was the point of it? Here we go. Let's go. Show me something for Taurus. Okay. It may have made you feel a little bit comprehensive on moving forward towards celebrations or working with them as well, Taurus. Yes, you may not have decided to rush towards love situations right off the bat. I feel like you felt like, yeah, well, I learned a lesson here. I learned a lesson, and I'm not really trying. I didn't want to be combative with the situation, but I knew to drop it. I knew not, look at this shit. I knew not to work with it. All right. I knew not to work with it. Some of y'all could have been waiting for the communication from them, got tired of waiting as well. So it was better just to say, fuck that, I'm moving on. I can't be emotionally drained or manipulated over a situation. Emotionally, I need to focus on other things. And I trust myself more than I trust this motherfucking bitch, whether it's a bitch, bastard, whatever. So I'm leaving the situation alone. Some of y'all too, it could have definitely been, I'm going to tell you, with a water sign, fire sign, air sign. Water sign, fire sign, air sign. Whoever it is, you don't communicate with them anymore. We don't talk anymore. Here we go. Let's see what you have. Show me something for Taurus. I also just picked up, for some of y'all, it could have been a Sagittarius, whatever the fuck that's about. Sagittarius, if it's a water sign, Scorpio, I don't know. Let's go. Let's go. What's here? You're not in your head about it anymore. You put it down. You put it to bed. You basically made peace with the situation. You weren't going to let this person treat you like an option, and you said the fuck with that, and the fuck with taking any risks, and I'm not jumping off any cliffs for you, and you're not pushing me off any cliff and basically stepping over me after the situation's been done and over with. I'm searching for change and true happiness. The only way you're going to approach happiness is if it comes at you genuine and full of excitement, love, and real relationship commitment, like marriage, everything. Everything, Taurus. Hell to the yeah. Because Taurus is sick. Is like, I'm so sick of the bullshit or getting all the bullshit. Some of y'all, it's towards men. So this could be for the ladies that need to hear this. They're tired of trying to find that emperor and then feeling like, man, fuck, I made the wrong decision again. But it's not going to stop me from looking for the manifestations or knowing what I basically thinking about what I deserve. Basically, kind of telling yourself without even wanting to. It's almost like either I almost feel like it's a mixture of your psychology and your consciousness telling yourself, I know that I'm capable. I know I'm the shit. I know I can do and produce for myself, and I don't need a motherfucker to show me. Without kind of being boastful or arrogant about that. Emotionally, I do feel like you have been feeling a little withdrawn, with getting the victories or successes of the partnership of a relationship. It might have also made you focus more on solutions financially or going towards directions that take your mind off of love. That's what I see for you so far. Let's go. That's what it shows me you trust. Your heart is still open, but you're not giving your cup to anybody because of the lack of happiness that was given to you in a fair dynamic of two. And I think you're aware of that. Some of y'all, it made you feel like you had to play mentally, like, are they fucking with somebody else and not telling me? Is that what the fuck you're doing? And it's like you didn't even want to get like all into that. You just wanted to accept it, move on, or focus on situations around you more than letting the outside noise become internal, basically frustration or aggravation. It was like, I can't stay in energy like that, and I'm better than that kind of energy. Some of y'all started to recognize I'm better to work on situations that create stability than focus on situations that leave me feeling like, why did I do it? Why did I play with it? Why did I get stuck there? Because you made a decision. I'm not letting nobody fuck with me or lie to me anymore. That's not who the fuck Taurus is. And Taurus is like, no, if anybody's going to balance the scales in a situation, it's me by ending the conversation, ending the communication, or keeping it at distance, cutting it off and putting more work and value in yourself because you know you deserve true, genuine fucking love, baby. Love. You know you deserve all that. You hear what I'm saying? You know. And look at this. Is that not one of your cards? Of course, you know that's what you represent and what do you want to move towards. And I don't blame you for doing that. Some of y'all, I did want to say something kind of strange. Some of y'all may end up communicating with a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, whether it's a family member, a love situation. That has some potential. If there was any situations in the past that didn't transition or the communication was broken, it's going to get better, or it already has begun. Yeah. And some of you, it's family or creating the family situations. That is what I see for Taurus. All right.
Excellent message. My Taurus stellium loves the message. You know, you picked up Saggy energy.
Did I was running with it, and
you threw out Saggy. You said, I don't know why, but I'm picking up Saggy energy. My daughter is a Taurus, as you may know. You may remember that her new boo thing is a Saggy.
The Taurus, I think you told me today.
But yeah, she's talking to a nice little Saggy hottie. So I'm happy for her.
Good.
As long as he treats her good, Mama's happy.
Yeah. And I'm not going to channel or say nothing at this time. I mean, that would be a discussion we could do privately.
Fair enough. Totally fair enough. Leo says, I ain't going there. You ain't gonna have me go there. I know where I don't need to I know where I need to tread lightly. Speaking of not treading lightly, oh my God. Are we ready? It is Gemini season, bitches. And we are going Gemini. We are going to talk about it. You give me, look, you just going to have to sit back and give us Geminis 30 seconds to Gemini. Gemini. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They not like, we outside, Gemini. Happy Gemini season, bitches. Happy birthday, my Geminis. What's up? What's up? What's up? Good to see all you guys. All right, Gemini, let's do it. Because I got cards right here. Here's what I got. Gemini, there is somebody in your energy. I'm going to, all right, let me preface this. This reading could be reversed. Okay, you can take this as going in the reverse of who you're dealing with, particularly if you are cross-watching. Nonetheless, here's what you got. I've got somebody here that is like a gnat that is in your ear that you just can't get rid of, that's very persistent, okay? With the 9 of Wands here and the 6 of Swords in reverse, this is someone that you have history with, Gemini. And what I feel is that this person keeps, Casey, thank you, beautiful. Thank you for the 5-0. Appreciate you. Speaking of Geminis, happy birthday to you, Casey. So Gemini, what I've got is this. This person is like a gnat. It's someone from your past, all right? And I can sort out the history for you. But the bottom line is this is what they did to you, all right? The 9 of Wands, they just refuse to freaking give up, all right? They want to they're stuck on you, Gemini. And I'm going to be real with you. At some point, and to some degree, this person tried to move on from you and could not. They may have even gone and gotten with a third party for all I know. Okay. But this right here is what I get that you can't forget. Okay. This right here, the juggling, you with another person, maybe, all right, or the non-committal or the wishy-washy, whatever the bullshit is, okay, where they tap dance around. Well, Gemini, I can't commit because I got to do it when it's sunshine and it's raining today, so we got to wait for the sun to come out, and then when the sun comes out, then they're waiting on a rainy day, and we're going to wait for the spring or the fall or the winter or when Jesus comes or the rapture or what the hell ever, okay, Gemini, that kind of mess. Now, what this tells me is, Gemini, you have legit had this reckoning where you've realized, hey, I don't need to give to this thing. And you have moved on. I feel like you have moved on. And that's what's irritating the shit out of this person, is that you have moved on. You have released them. But you may, I don't know, some of you Geminis are just single and vibing. Some of you are literally with another person. Nonetheless, this annoying gnat that you can't seem to fan out of away from your ear, that's just, what I'm talking about, the noisy fly that it's just they're over here and they're like, but Gemini, this is what I want. This is me. I want a reunion. It's about me. It's what I want. I don't care if you don't want a reunion. I want a reunion. Gemini, I almost feel like this person feels like that, you guys are supposed to be together. How is it that a person can know more about what's best for your life than you? Nonetheless, this person thinks that you don't know what the hell you even need to be doing, that you need to be with them. So right off the jump, Gemini, they're treating you like you're an idiot. And if there is ever a sign that's not an idiot, it's us. I don't care. People, y'all can get mad. Other people can get mad at me. I'm just going to toot the Gemini's horn for a minute. Nonetheless, I absolutely have this person really being annoying. I don't know if you're with somebody. If not, I think you will be. I think it's just a matter of time. It absolutely is just a matter of time. And you may be dating with intention. That may be kind of why you're like, the right thing will come along at the right time, and I'm not going to worry too much about it. I'm just going to do me, da-da-da-da-da. Gemini, I do think you may meet someone, and possibly at a distance. I see your love life picking up, but not with this nut. But that's what I got, is that this nut, you may have to do some pronouncing this person blocked and deleted. And if you have to, Gemini, there are ways to protect yourself from these nutcases, okay? And y'all, I'm not a person to give legal advice, but at some point you got to just say, I'm not dealing with this BS anymore. That's what I got for you, Gemini. I want Leon to weigh in on this, because I think if we could hear this from a man's perspective, all right. So let's hear from Leon.
Let's see what's here for you, Gemini. For all the Geminis, happy Gemini season. Thank you, KC, for being a mod in my channel, and Karen's. Happy birthday as of next Tuesday. Happy birthday to KC and all the Geminis out there. Let's do this real quick for Gemini. All right. Let me just get to the nitty-gritty of it. Before we do the tarot, Gemini, I did channel you a little bit earlier today. You're going to focus a lot on career. You're going to focus a lot on travel. And you're going to focus a lot on health. These are the things that are going to be important to you: career, health, and family. And keeping things working together. I don't see you letting anything get in between it. And I see you striving for more and more of it. That goes to all of you. Whether it's happening now, has been happening, or starts happening. All right, let's do this. What are the messages for the zodiac sign of Gemini? You give me this, I can't sit the fuck still, I gotta be busy energy, and being okay with it. Let me tell y'all something I'm picking up, though. It's okay to be feeling like I've got to be on the go 24 motherfucking 7, but don't forget to give yourself the breaks you deserve. All right? I feel so good, and I feel so liberated to get that off my fucking chest for you. You know what I mean? I feel like a weight just got lifted out of my chest, and my shoulders that just felt so fucking heavy, my neck that just felt so tense, doesn't feel so tense anymore. Here we go. Let's do it. The messages for the zodiac sign of Gemini. What are the messages for the zodiac sign of Gemini? I feel like it's a matter right now of you finding your strength. Just saw the strength card upright, but it isn't just about the strength of who you know you are. It's what you're gonna do with it. Let's go. I gotta read. Look at that. There you go. Strength again. Here we go. What is the message for Gemini? What is the message for the zodiac sign of Gemini? Some of you Five of Wands, there's been a lot of conflict or issues around your energy, and you're more than aware of it. Eight of Swords, Four of Wands, and eight. And a lot of you, it has to do with situations that are addressed around emotions, or the support of love situations. I feel like it's just like, well, what the fuck? When is that something going to break free, or when is this not going to be my challenge position? That seven shows me every time you felt challenged in situations emotionally, instead of really letting it get to you, it was easier to shut it down. You know what I mean? Work on success, and that's what you decided to run with. Tell me that's what you decided to run with. That's what kind of made you feel balanced out. That's what you decided. Fuck it, fuck it. That's what I'm gonna trust right now. It's putting the work and effort in the situations I can play with, I can handle, that are made for me. That's what I want to move towards. I'm not going to work towards situations that don't work out, or take risks in situations that don't show me anything positive towards going in the right direction. You're very open, intuitive, and aware of this at this time with the moon card. Clarify anything for Gemini at this time. Six of Pentacles. You really want to see balance. You really feel like when it comes to balance, you have balance. You almost give me like emotionally and mentally, it's there for you with who you are, but it doesn't commute back towards you on the emotional aspects. And I feel like you're starting to recognize I've got to kind of speak or find the clarity of my way out of this. So this is upright. So the Knight of Chalices is upright. The Knight of Chalices versus the Nine of Cups in reverse. It's like you kind of like try to pretend it doesn't exist kind of energy. Here we go. Shit. Here we go. All right. Five of Swords, the Star card, the King of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords. So you're about manifesting, and your manifesting skills are going to really shine through. And you're going to be, I feel like money's going to show up easy for you from now, probably to the end of the summer. A lot of you, it's about action driven and the way you go with it. Like I said, Gemini, look at Gemini. Like I said, keep the stress. This is your stress card. This is you. Keep that stress low. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't let things get to you. Let it either roll off your shoulders, or know when to invest and know when to hit the fucking brakes. Know when to invest, know when to hit the brakes, or give yourself a timeout. You know what I mean? Whether it's a minute to yourself, or focusing on things that you know that, well, I focus so hard in this area. What about the areas I don't focus on that I miss in my life, or I know I've always wanted? I feel like that's a superior message for the zodiac sign of Gemini. And I feel like you can't fucking deny it. I feel like it runs through you. It may even give you that like either heebie-jeebie or like the goosebumps feelings when you come across it. And I don't feel like you like to share it. I feel like you keep that inside of you. Here we go. Show me something for Gemini. Show me a message for Gemini.
I feel called out.
Four of Pentacles. So do you want peace and security? Have you been tired of waiting? The Magician and strength. It's because it's not about it's I don't feel like it's worrying about getting to the finish line. It's about feeling like the investment has never been there to be trustworthy. Two sevens in reverse, and all you've ever cared to do is figure out how to get balance of it and not feel left out, like it's draining you or killing you or not coming towards you. The Chariot reverse, not coming towards you. A lot of you are going to make decisions. What are these decisions about for Gemini? Show me the message for the zodiac sign of Gemini. What are they going to make decisions on? Six of Wands, the victories that you can find and the victories that you can trust. That's your adaptability. That's your skill. And a lot of you, it is about being emotionally acceptant towards opening up the doors towards love again, trusting yourself internally. It's like you guys know how to be either hot, cold, whatever you want to be, but at the same time, you really know how to hide your emotions or lock that heart, or shut it down kind of energy. And I feel like those decisions have not brought the love towards you that you wanted or felt like deserved you. And I feel like you're like, why the fuckity fuck is this keep happening to me? Well, I'm a good fucking person. I'm not a good fucking person. Well, what the fuck and where the fuck? I threw the fucking card on the floor because that's how your fucking emotions feel. All right. All right. Hold on a second. Now, this is my way of saying don't give up on situations that not only are deserving of you, but you are deserving of. Let's see what you get. The World. It's time to move. And the World. It's time to complete situations and adapt to the things that can make you like the two people in the back. Happy, successful, fulfilled. That it's like you want everything and you want it so fast, but it's like you chip away at the things you know you can strive and achieve at. Challenge yourself, Gemini. Yeah. Leo, the sun. What is the sun? It's what? It's heat, it's energy, right?
It illuminates.
It shines, right? So why can't you shine just like the sun, like those rays? Of course you fucking can. Don't leave anything out. That is the message I feel you're supposed to hear. The Tower, because that's the change that's trying to strike you like a fucking lightning bolt in the ass. That's what you get, Gemini. I can't. Let's see if I have anything else for Gemini. Anything else for you? Anything else? All right. You've let go of situations that you were emotionally attached to or that you had your heart open towards. Some of you with water sign, fire sign energy. Definitely water sign, fire sign energy. Don't have to be, but it's water sign, fire sign. Could have been an earth sign. Don't matter. Judgment, death card, transition, lovers. There you are. It's calling you out, Gemini. Why is it calling you out? Because you saw through some toxic situations that you needed to leave out or needed to leave you out. Some of you are working through this, or some of you, fuck, this already happened. So what are you going to do with that? You can't sit by the tree, like the willow tree, the fuck kind of tree is. I don't know what the fuck kind of tree that is, but you can't sit by the tree or waste any more fucking time there. You got to cut through those actions. You cannot be in that energy of being stuck. A lot of you have that I'm going to nurture energy, but it's also about beginning again. That 10 of Swords is about you beginning again because you've recognized I never got that happiness I deserve. Though that sun didn't shine on me long enough, or I let the focus go of it and I stayed the fuck inside in the shade. I might have opened the curtains, but I didn't step the fuck out back into the light. I didn't show the next great best thing who I am or what I can be. And I feel like it's time to start trusting that shit again, Gemini. Pick up the pencil, Gemini. Pick up the pencil. All right, that's what I've got for Gemini. If it was a little too blunt, I apologize, Gemini.
I'll see myself out now. I feel called out. I got to go back and watch this again because it may or may not have smacked me right in the ass. I ain't saying, but okay. I told y'all this man knew what he was doing now. All right, Gemini, beautiful message though. Honestly, no, don't turn down nothing. It was perfect. It was perfect. He is good. Everybody's having a fit, Leon. I don't know if you can see the comments, but they're having a fit.
Yeah, I can see him.
And just to remind everybody, and I know the mods have been so amazing and gracious to put Leon's link for his channel in the chat, but if you have not subscribed, I hope that you will. I've known Leon for a long number of years. I have a ton of respect for him as a person and a reader, and he's an awful lot of fun, as you can tell. So he's the whole package and a lot of fun to watch. I hope that you guys will go and subscribe to Leon.
And if you're coming from my channel, if you saw like the post I put out of we snapped this together today for you all, like a bat out of hell. I think we did this in maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours, built it real quick. We were going to set this up next week for you. But if you're coming from my channel, check her videos out because, and just what I would recommend is either, this is what I would recommend. And this goes for Karen or anybody you truly watch. When you want to watch somebody, it's always good to watch your sun sign, your moon, your rising. But sometimes when you find the readers that are meant for you, whether it's her or me or anybody else, and whether you're aware of it now or you're just walking into tarot, I want you to understand you can actually listen to other zodiac signs and get a message. That's very important for people to understand.
For a long time, I did not understand why Pisces always resonated for me before I understood my own placements.
Yeah.
And I have a Pisces midheaven. I didn't know this then, and a 12th house stellium. So, and Taurus hits me a lot because that 12th house stellium is in the zodiac sign of Taurus. So it's crazy how that happens.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'll share. I won't say where I was, what I was doing, but it was before I started this channel. June 6th, 7 years ago. And it was before I started this. But I was talking to a couple females. And I looked right at them and I said, you know what always gravitates towards me? Gemini and Pisces. And I shit you not, this one's like, I'm a Gemini. And this one's like, I'm a Pisces. And they're like fucking flabbergasted, like, holy shit. He knew, and he's sitting there kind of with a grin on his face. It's a long time ago. Not important. But it's the little things. Remember the little things, and don't be afraid to take bites at new things. Any zodiac sign.
Yeah, absolutely. And sometimes you'll pick up little tidbits of advice here and there that, makes sense, right?
Yeah.
So absolutely. So we're on the sign of Cancer. The first of the water signs. Where my Cancer cuties, are y'all here? Show up loud and proud. for us. Cancer Krabby Patties, here's what I got for you. And again, this can go reversed, but here's what I have. Cancer, this is about you. This is me and you talking. And I want you to pull up your chair, Cancer, because this is me, and I'm going to love on you, Cancer. All right. And look, I got Cancer placements. Cancer is no picnic. It's not a walk in the park to carry that watery energy. All the water energy is heavy. Let's just be honest. Let's just lay it out there. So I get it. Nonetheless, you are the first card out. Your beautiful self. This is the Queen of Cups. Queens are often associated with the cardinal signs. This is cardinal water, baby. This is you. And I love the Queen of Cups. It's a beautiful, nurturing, loving, emotionally intelligent, emotionally aware individual. Lots of love, okay? And you're looking, literally, I know you can't see my table, and I don't pay extra to do 2 cameras because I'm, whatever. But this is what you're looking at, this beautiful Cancer energy. And you can be a male or a female, okay? It doesn't matter. And this is what you're looking at right here. This 4 of Wands in reverse and this Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, all right? And this is not what you're looking at right now. I don't know who this is. You probably have history with this person, okay? But this thing right here does not deserve this kind of love. Does not. And you deserve this right here, this is you, deserve much more than this instability, this ulterior motives, this bullshit, this tap dancing around, commitment, that sort of thing. And I clarified these things because I'm like, what's the backstory on this thing that Cancer's looking at? This is telling me this person has hurt you badly. Maybe even left you for dead, left you with nothing. Did not look back. All them swords in your back. And let me tell you, when you got Cancer placements, it hits different. I mean, look, everybody else is going to get mad at me. I don't care. All right. I feel like my Cancers need a little bit of love, and today I'm going to give it to you. But I also am going to call you out just a smidge. And I'm going to say, you've clocked this person, Cancer. You've clocked this person. This is not new to you. You know what's up with this person. I ain't telling you nothing you don't already know about this person. Did they friend zone you? Did you have kids with them? That Page of Pentacles can mean a lot of things, but not much really. All right. And right now, you're giving away your power. All right. You've got the power to step into what a person like this deserves. You absolutely do. This is all, and is it something that you can do with a magic cord cutting? No, it'll work for a couple of weeks and then that shit will come right down back. No, there's no elevator. There's no quick fix, but you can absolutely turn this magician into the upright. Right now, you're sabotaging your own success and you're selling yourself short. Okay. And what I want you to do, this is where I want you to get to. All right. Right here. I'm fine either way. And I know it's hard because cancers love to love. They love to love people. They have a lot of love and they want to give that love. But the first person on your love list never needs to change. That name needs to always, the number one person on your love list, no matter who your boo thing turns out to be, needs to be you. You've got to be first on the list. You've got to be filling your own cup up first. You've got to be, here's what I want you to do, Cancer. I want you to get away from this energy of hoping to be chosen. I hope they'll choose me. I hope they'll finally come around. No, baby. You're the one that needs to be doing the choosing. And the competition, it's not another guy. It's your current state of happiness from being single, fabulous, and amazing. And somebody is going to have to be amazing to change that. Yeah, this bullshit right here, if you're really in this energy right here, this bullshit right here, you wouldn't even look at it. Somebody come toward you like this and you'd be like, okay, yeah, That would be your vibe. I want you to get that vibe because you deserve it. Because why? You've got too much love and nurturing and caring energy to give somebody that doesn't give you shit. Okay. So that is a pretty deep message that came for you, but that's what I got. So whatever you're looking at right now that's not filling that void within you, you got to feel it yourself first. It's showing you where you're not showing up for yourself. Okay. I'm going to tell you that. That whole, that feeling that you feel like you want from that person that they're not giving you, what that's doing is it's exposing where you, Cancer, need to love you. And when you fill that hole up, then you won't go chasing around these fuck boys and these fuck girls, okay? And trying to get somebody else to fill up the hole that this person couldn't get. They could not carry it. No, their bucket's got a hole. Their own bucket's got a hole in it. All right, don't even. But you fill yours up first, and then you'll find somebody that comes toward you in the same energy, with this energy, and meets you toe to toe, and loves you like you love, loves you like you love. All right, somebody. I want you to remember what you deserve, and I want you to settle for nothing less. Period. Point. That's it. That's the end. That's it. That's what I got. I want to hear from Leon on what Leon's got for you, Cancer. That's what I got for you.
All right. Cancer. What do we have for the zodiac sign of Cancer? What are the messages here for you? What does it tell Cancer signs right now? I'm going to start out with this before I read the tarot. A lot of you could have been having pains, joint pains, ligament pains. Some of you, it's your elbow. My left elbow is fucking throbbing. It could be your left or your right elbow. It just started to hurt. It's the most current thing that hurt me. It could be your knees. I got my knees hurting almost halfway through what she was reading. If it's not your elbow, my wrist just bound up as I was about to bring that up, reminding me, bring it up. Some of you, if there's another issue, it could be something to do with either your lower back or your neck. And your neck, right where it meets your spine, like at the top and the back where that ball is in your neck, around there, it could be hurting you, or you're not sleeping very comfortably. Make sure you're getting the appropriate amount of sleep, rest, or using a pillow or doing something to fix that. Because I feel really fucking stiff right now. I don't know where this reading is going to go, but my knees are feeling it. My knees are definitely feeling it, and my elbow. Something in your body could be feeling like, what the fuck? Like, and it doesn't feel like it's all the time, but when it hits, you know, ibuprofen, Aleve, that shit ain't doing a goddamn thing for it. Here we go. And I don't mean that in vain. You know I don't. Love you, bro. Here we go. Let's go. That's me apologizing for God for using him. Let's do this. What are the messages for the zodiac sign of Cancer? What do you want me to tell them? What do you want me to show them? I almost want to tell them, use me. Oh my God, that's crazy. We ain't going that fucking hard. I don't want to fall asleep before we get to fucking Leo. Bitch. That ain't happening. Let's do this. All right, here we go. Cancer. What are your messages? What do you want me to say to Cancer?
Transition. We got to throw down on Leo.
Some of you all had an ending either with a water sign, could have been a Scorpio. It was like a tornado effect, or it spiraled out of control, or you felt like the lack of control of this person really knowing who they wanted to go after, or what they were doing. Some of you, it came to you after the fact. You basically, if you weren't getting a 411 or all the information, over time you fucking got it. They couldn't hide that shit from you. Get the fuck out of here with that. Here we go. Let's go. Show me something for Cancer. Show me something for Cancer. What is zodiac sign of Cancer need to see? Page. It definitely could have. Some of y'all had to stop communication. 7 of Wands, and it comes out with either water energy or fire energy. 7 of Swords. You couldn't trust this on bitch, and it was either a water sign, fire sign, maybe air sign for some of y'all, but it looks like water or fire. Here we go. What's here for the zodiac sign of Cancer? Some of y'all also felt like, why couldn't they trust me or choose me? Why couldn't they trust me or choose me? Like, what the fuck is wrong with that person? Kind of energy. I don't feel like you dwell on it with the 9 of Pentacles in reverse anymore. I feel like you just let it be what it is and move the fuck on. I had to move the fuck on. Queen of Pentacles, I had to adjust, I had to work through situations. You have that Queen of Cups, Page of Cups. I had to fulfill situations emotionally that were ready for me or that I was willing to go towards. Some of you may have focused on other situations outside of love for a while, a lot of committed energy, friends or family. friends or family that you trust. That's kind of where your security lies. Some of you also, money could have been an issue that you've been trying to figure out how to make it work for you. Basically, get your money to work for you so you don't have to work so hard for it, is the energy I see for you, Cancer. Wanting those victories and not letting go of that energy. What else is here for the zodiac sign of Cancer? What are the messages for the zodiac sign of Cancer? What needs to come out right now for Cancer signs? Some of you may have felt like you couldn't trust situations, or you might have felt like people tried to screw you out of money as well. You could have felt like somebody tried to screw you out of money, inheritance, anything of the sort of like that, something like that, or just try to keep you away. Not, and instead of working with you or making the decision to work with you. Eight of Pentacles. I feel like you wanted to invest in a situation. This does feel like it's around home or family, more than a relationship. I feel like you had true love and direction for this. I don't feel like you got it, or intuitively they picked up that you were fixing a situation. I feel like you were wanting to speak, but I feel like nobody made the fucking decision, Cancer. Nobody spoke the fuck up. So what the fuck changed? I feel like your strength became recognizing, I'm not going to get stuck in my head about it. I'm not going to hold on to it. I've made up my fucking mind. I will open up when I'm ready. But right now, it's just too fucking heavy. It's too much. But fuck, do I want to fix this situation? Fuck, does it mean the world to me? And I feel like you cannot ignore knowing that, whether it's a relationship with children, with an ex that you had children with, whatever the fuck it is. It feels something around. I'm done. Two of Cups. It's over. Some of you, it's been over, it's telling me, for a long fucking time. And you know that. You may have just felt like, why the fuck can't I ever get things off emotionally or find the right direction? Why do I got to cut down, or why do I get cut off, silenced out of situations? Some of y'all might have even identified, I made a mistake I shouldn't have made a mistake with, and I regretted it, or I forgave myself, but why the fuck can't they forgive me? Don't ever let a situation like that hold you down for too long, because it's not going to help you move forward. This may be a very, like, it's your shit or it's not your shit message for you, by the way, Cancer. Here we go. Tell me something else for the zodiac sign of Cancer. That one first. Five of Cups. You got tired. It made you fucking emotionally and mentally exhausted until you stopped mentally focusing on it. Stop trying to put work and effort towards a situation that wasn't achieving balance. You recognize that you're like, fuck that shit. I just got to move on and do me kind of energy, because that's how my emotions get right. You know what I'm saying? You were like, I ain't going to play with this can't get right shit. I can't do that. And I'm not going to let anybody fucking put blindfolds on me or talk to me or treat me like I'm the toxic one in a situation. You know, my heart was in a situation. You may have felt like you had to hang up on it, or you had to say no to situation. No. Some of y'all, the message is no. Some of y'all had to let go of toxic situations, toxic relationships, maybe even abusive ones. And you know that. Some of y'all might have been painted to be the abusive one, and you may not have been that. Go to the bottom. Knight of Cups, Knight of Wands. I feel like you felt emotionally played and emotionally manipulated with the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Cups in reverse. You want a new beginning, it's telling me, in love. I just feel like you're wondering if the change exists, or if it's something that you can really go towards or achieve or get with that King of Pentacles. Will it ever be what it's supposed to be kind of energy? Show me something else for Cancer. Oh, my Lord. I feel like when it comes to trusting, if you focus on trust and manifesting, I got to pick all these up and see what it says. I'm only going to give you those two and see what this says. You have the Hermit card and the Star card. If you're willing to trust and go towards it, let's see what comes out for you, Cancer. Show me the message for the zodiac sign of Cancer. What is the message they need to see with the Hermit and the Star card? It's about going towards that direction. It's about being willing and open to open your heart again towards love situations or building in that energy, not stressing about where they go, where you've been, knowing that you are aware that that's what you need to start putting a little bit, not just thoughts in, but effort to reach the celebration. That's what needs work right now. And Cancer may know that. That's like, you don't give me it's too fucking good to be true. You give me I want it, but I ain't doing nothing about it kind of energy. I ain't moving towards it. I'm too fucking tired of it. It never fucking works out. And I don't feel like you're emotionally looking for options, even though you really know you want that balance and happiness with somebody else. You're not going to sit there for much longer. I feel like you might have had a hard time definitely with a fire or an air sign, by the way. A fire or air sign you might have had a hard time with. Four of Cups, the Fool, the Wheel, and then the Emperor. Definitely fire, air sign, earth sign energy around you that might have gave you a hard time in the past that I don't feel like it's just that you've released that. I feel like you've just chosen not to move forward in a direction that you know you're wanting to. And I feel like you don't give me like I've completely given up, but I've completely taken the love situation off the radar. You know what I mean? Like some of you have that energy I'm picking up where it's like you don't focus on it and you know you need to, or others of you are, I hate to say it like this, but some of you could be afraid to because of the situation was not fucking good. Could have been domestically fucked up. And you may be aware of that. So just take what may resonate and go at your own pace, but never cut yourself shorter than you deserve. That's the message I see for you. I'm not done with you yet. We're not done here, Cancer. I'm about to open that fucking Red Bull. Here we go. See what we have for Cancer. Anything else? Show me a message for Cancer right now. What needs to be shown to the zodiac sign of Cancer? Show me something for them. The past. The past may have felt like it cut you out or you had to cut it out. That was the decision that needed to be happened. Right now is about where you're going, what are you trusting, what are you investing in, and why are you going to invest in it? 7 of Pentacles. You got to make the decision, and I think you know this. Where are you going to build, and why haven't you built? Go to the bottom for 4. Strength. 8 of Swords. Don't be in your head about it. Be emotionally ready. Just run with the emotions of the security of what you want. This is your message. And it's kind of like, I feel like some of you, it's like, this is crazy, but I get like you're doing this and you're younger, and I get you're doing this and you're older. There's the young woman or man doing the same thing, reflecting as the older couple or man or been coupled, but you're younger or older, you're fucking mirroring each other's energy. Woman, male, it's like you're not pushing for situations that fucking damaged you or that turned out to be a load of shit or deserve to be flushed down the fucking toilet. I hate to say it like that, but you're aware shit you don't trust is fucking gone. But it's time to start building again, making the excitement about the judgment, going after it. Other than that, what is here? There's got to be something else here for you. Anything else for Cancer? You've been stuck or resistant on moving towards a new beginning, it says. It's almost like you know that it's been easier to keep it at a distance than going towards it. Go for more. Emotionally, you want to play with it, though. These cards already came out for you. Emotionally, you want to play with it. It's like, I want to start again. I want to go in that direction again. I want to trust that again. I want to manifest that again, but I haven't moved towards that direction because I don't know if I should go towards that direction. I don't know if that direction is going to treat me right or scare the shit out of me. And I usually don't talk like this in your readings, but that must have needed to come out. All right. I do feel like if only you are going to know when you're ready. I don't see you're stuck on a situation that ended. I feel like you're stuck on a beginning that needs to begin again or start. That's what I think you're going to work through probably throughout I feel like you should put a lot of effort on the table throughout this summer and get ready or stay around good people you trust and work the situation. Start to aim to go towards that. I keep seeing this card, the 6 of Swords, start to move towards that. Start to achieve balance with that. 3 of Wands, because it's telling me you've kept that at a distance emotionally, and you knew some shit around you was unhealthy or toxic as fuck or left you very upset. And you've kind of shut it down from that when emotionally you've got to put the map or the work back towards getting what Cancer? Getting the victories that you and the other person deserves. That's what I've got for you. That your reading, Cancer, kind of gave me a little bit of anxiety. So some of you, it might give you anxiety. I felt like anxiety around my heart. And I don't usually get it could be all the fucking sugar I drank. So just bear with me. Please don't give me a fucking heart attack on live. But yeah, that's what I've got for you, Cancer.
Please don't OD on sugar or caffeine. We don't need it to happen. No. Beautiful reading. We got to show out. I showed out during Gemini. So Leon, we're about to do your sign. And I always give my Leos some extra love. I just can't help it. Leos are just cool as fuck. Hey, Leo gang, where y'all at? What you got to say to the Leos before we get started?
Me right now? You asking me?
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm gonna run with wherever you go. When I read Leo, I really like it to give messages that don't make sense to me, or typically I almost don't catch them. And like, surprise, surprise, there was a time I wanted to be an actor. I can't even watch my fucking video playback. I can't stand my fucking voice. But I guess there are people out there that are like that too. Johnny Depp's one of them. There's a bunch of them. But
I
yeah.
can't watch mine.
So when I read Leo, I kind of get excited to see what it's gonna say, and then I try to forget it as I'm doing it. To be honest, just let it rip kind of energy. I try to stay focused on that with almost every sign, but especially with Leo.
All right, my beautiful Leos, let's talk. Hello, fiery, feisty felines in the house. Who are you with? You're with somebody. You're with a lot of my Leos are vibing with somebody. It's pretty cool vibe here. I got Gem, Sag energy here, maybe Pisces in the mix. I don't know, but you're pretty enamored with this person. You feel like whoever this is, and you are on a good path. Now, if you're not booed up and you're a Leo, then maybe I'm predicting this because this is where you are when this happens, what I'm about to talk about. Okay, this is where you are as the story begins. Okay, do you remember, Leo? I'm going to take you back in time. Do you remember this one? I'm going to show you the cards. Do you remember that? Do you remember this is not good memories, Leo. This is your catalyst right here. You remember that tower? You remember that big fat heartbreak that changed everything? The point in time, Ms. Nancy, thank you for the super chat, baby girl. Listen, Leo, I can tell you right now who this is. I'm going to translate the tower and the Three of Swords for you real quick. This is the person in your past that you refer to as the before this happened and the after this happened. This is that one point in your life that changed everything, brought you to your spiritual awakening, helped you to set boundaries, self-respect, stop being, codependent, all that kind of bullshit. The one that really, that one, you know who I'm talking about, right? All right. That being said, I had the pop-up card here. Here it is, the Hermit in reverse. Somebody you ain't talked to in a month of Sundays. I think for a lot of the Leos that I am talking to right now, this is not somebody that you just stopped talking to a couple days ago. That's not who's here. Whoever's here goes back a hot minute. You know what I'm saying? You ain't talked to this one in a hot minute. It's the one that you hoped now that you're healed, you never hear from again. You're like, I'm good. No, I'm good. No, miss me with that. I'm good. I'm good. And you ain't heard from them, which is probably a blessing. But let me tell you, they're coming towards you. I get this person popping up. Yes, I do. I absolutely do. Opening up to you. And I've got some real manipulative energy here. All right. I've got some real manipulative bullshit. Okay. I've got, and Leo, let me tell you what they're going to try to play on. Look, this is you. This is you right here, King of Wands. I don't care if you're a male or a female. This is you. Okay. They are going to try seduction. And let me tell you something. With this Magician in the reverse, some of y'all, it goes beyond that. This motherfucker has been out at the last time we had some kind of full new moon bullshit going on. And look, I love the moon. I'm sorry, moon. No offense taken. The moon knows I love her. All right. Nonetheless, this idiot has been sitting out naked under the moonlight, Leo, with stones in around a circle, and they sitting their ass up there in the dirt or the grass or what the hell ever, bugs crawling. They naked. They don't care. We're not going to talk about what with the nether regions, and that's not even going to go there. But listen, this person really wants your ass back, and they've been sitting under the moon, and they've been sitting there chanting. Okay, you ready? You know, so, y'all that follow me, if you follow me, But let me just remind it anyway, because this is worth repeating. 369, Leo's mine. 369, Leo's mine. 369. You need to, let me tell you, you need to sage, and you need to do your, whatever it is you do. All right. If you need to do hooby holly hooby hooby around your house and put salt around the bed borders and put around your. You need to do what you need to do. You need to block and do whatever you need. Change your phone number, move, go across the country, move to Trent, Timbuktu. I don't know what you need to do, Leo, but this person is determined, and their method is seduction. I feel like they've been doing lust spells for this wand's energy to come out. Yes, I know this is you and it's fire energy, but I still feel that way. I think they're trying to weaken your boundaries and your ability to say no. And I mean, okay, I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say they probably know that thing you like. You know, you remember that thing that they used to do so well. In spite of the fact that they were your tower, they knew how to crank your tractor, Leo. Okay, let's just call it like it is. So they're not going to make this easy. All right. They probably got one of those, red, what-y shaped candles. You know what I'm saying, Leo? All right. But listen to me. You need to be careful. You're over here booed up. Do they have any respect for the fact that you're booed up? Let's go back to the beginning of this thing. Remember where I said you are. You're booed up. All right. Do they have any respect for your boundaries and the sanctity of your connection and your commitment to this other? Hell no. If they had any respect for boundaries, they wouldn't be over here out doing stupid shit under the moonlight anyway. By the way, that shit is not going to ever work. Don't do that. Do not. It will work. It will have an effect, but it ain't going to work like you think. And you ain't going to like what happens. Okay. Let me just leave it at that. You fuck around with this stuff, you'll find out. Okay. Trust me on that. Nonetheless, Leo, I've got this person coming in and you're over here like, what the hell? This is you, Leo. I don't think so. This is anybody that knows the Four Cups in the upright is like, get that out of my face. Maybe literally. Get that helicopter shit. What the? Why are you sending me this on a picture or a video? I don't want to send this. I didn't like it whenever. Okay. Anyway, nonetheless, Leo, you ain't forgot how this felt to be juggled and him hauled around and all this kind of stuff and how exhausted it made you feel. You ain't forgot. And I'm here. My job is to remind you of how hard you worked to get over this shit. You understood this. The Leo that I'm talking to understood the assignment. You got it. You're like, oh, at some point, I'm not saying immediately, but at some point it registered. Whatever I did, this is not working. This is not working. This is a 9 of Wands thing. It's this trying to be with this person and be healthy is like banging your head against the wall, wondering why you got a headache. And you figured out the only thing I can do is walk away from this thing. And you did. You absolutely did. And you're over here happy, vibing, loving and living your best life. Stay there. Stay there. All right. And I'm here to remind you how exhausted you felt, how much your head hurt, how much stress and anxiety. You may have been physically sick from this thing with the Four of Swords here like this. Okay, sometimes, all right? And this juggling and this mess. Remember how it felt when this person turned their back on you and was not whatever to you, loyal? You know, the things that Leos bring to the table, loyalty, protectiveness, all of that sort of thing. They didn't bring that. They didn't meet you at the table with that, did they, Leo? No, they didn't deserve to be at your table. So I'm here. I don't want you to hurt again. That's not the point of this. I just want you to remember the lesson. Okay. Just remember the lesson. And you got a good thing going on. You got a good thing going on, Leo. Whoever this is loves the shit out of you. And you love them too. That's why the Lovers is in the upright. Okay. This is a no-brainer. All right. This is a no-brainer. That's what I got for you, Leo. Let's hear from the Leo.
Leos, I guess it's our turn. Here we go. I hope you're ready for this. Hope I'm ready for this. What are the messages for the zodiac sign of the Leo? I'm gonna be all polite. I feel like that's only gonna last so long. Shit. Here we go. Let's see what happens. Leos. What do we got for the zodiac sign of Leo? Show us what needs to go out for the zodiac sign of Leo. What are the messages for Leo? All right. What do you want me to say to Leo? That was fast. It was a lot faster than I expected, to be honest. Ooh, not saying shit yet. I ain't saying a damn thing. Nope. Hell to the no. Show me what's here for Leo. What is here for you? Okay, you wanted to slide out? Did you absorb or look at a situation that you found to be unfitting or unhealthy in your energy or atmosphere? I think you did, Leo. That's your card, Leo. Did you feel like situations were either going to fall off or needed to fall off? I feel like not only did you see things needed to change, if they didn't change, you went for change. Some of y'all, the females, need to hear that more than the males. Temperance. Did you get tired of waiting on situations that weren't bringing in balance? Did you emotionally look at a situation that you wanted to invest in that just was not emotionally showing up for you? Yes, yes. Instead of moving towards you, it felt like it was moving away from you or becoming distant. You may have also felt like it was exploring other options or moving towards other options, and this puts you at a distance or made you feel like, you know something. It definitely, I must say, it could have been a water sign, could have been a fucking air sign, could have been a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, could have been a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But what it's showing me, there may have been a situation you couldn't trust. Now, is it that you couldn't trust it or they didn't know what the fuck to trust? Because that's how the fuck it's coming out. I told you I was going to try to be calm. Three of Wands. Some of you may have felt like, well, Three of Wands, you might have felt like it was like a mountain or just too hard to get across, get across either to the individual or make it happen. Seven of Wands with the Knight of Pentacles. You have this, what do I do with this? And should I do anything with this? Should I put work and effort towards it? When it's like, I can't trust this fucking situation, or it's not giving me what the fuck I want or why I came around to invest in it. All I wanted was to see the work and fucking effort take off. I made up my mind about it. Where the fuck did they go? What the fuck happened to them? Eight of Pentacles. You were about trusting what? What were you about trusting? Yourself, your intuition, and where you wanted to go with the situation. I got to tell you something too. A lot of y'all may have been having issues. Some of y'all could be having issues with your stomach. And you may have been very aware that your stomach's been bothering you. While she was reading, my stomach was hurting. It stopped hurting, and I'm like, bring up the stomach. I forgot about it. My stomach hurts again. You know what I'm saying? So just be mindful of your physical health at this time. The Judgment card and Death card here. You're really about transitioning and being emotionally upfront or walking the fuck away. Some of you, it's looking at new beginnings, making decisions to move towards them or completely get away from them and not be up in your head about it. And who the fuck's doing that? You're doing that, Leo. You are the one doing that. You're the one with the power over that shit. Some of you, it's not about what fucking hurt you in the past, what you've been through. You've already ran through that energy. That tells me you've already cycled through that shit. It's about what is worth the offer in love or committing to and making the decision to get that love. Look at all the love that came out upright for you. It's about you being your own, basically, it's almost like being your own advocate towards love situations or directions and being the boss of the situations, handling it, knowing it, and being very fucking open and aware of it. Not going from a distance, not getting stuck in situations that make you feel like, well, I could play with the situation, but then it's going to end. Then it's going to leave me in the cold. You're not willing to go into a situation that's going to start and stop. Leo, you know this about yourself, woman or man. I don't want a situation that's going to start and stop. The start and stop is, all right, we start playing with it. Chariot, it stops. Five of Pentacles, it's completely dead in the water. We didn't get anywhere with this. It didn't go where we want. Nine of Pentacles, but I can invest in myself again kind of energy. I can create balance. I can let go kind of energy. But damn, that Five of Cups and that 10 of Cups is like, why couldn't I have something that I really fucking wanted? Why couldn't I get that victory that I was really going after? Why couldn't it be the security? Or could I? Basically, it's like, you give me this, you kind of have that bitch, I know my worth energy, but why couldn't they value the worth that's in front of them energy? And I feel like, woman or man, you've went through this. I feel like you've went through this. At this point, I feel like you're not trying to let things emotionally get you down. You're more about where you're going, why you're going there right now. Some of you are going to get communication. Some of you also, when it comes to the King of Wands, the World card in reverse, Page of Cups, you know you need change, and you know you need to start building momentum with where you feel with your heart and relationships. And you need to emotionally accept the changes that are meant for you and go in that direction. You have this, I have to do this energy. Queen of Wands, I have to do this energy. You came out next. You got to do it, Leo. Nothing's going to stop you but you. Page of Swords, start where you belong. And don't be afraid to communicate what you need to say. And then once it's said, go from there. King of Pentacles, you're going to be about owning your communication and owning your stability. And that's what I see you doing Well, at the same time, you know you want something to feel correct in love. I feel that love situation. It's like I don't want to be bothered by things that fall apart anymore. I don't want to deal with situations that waste my fucking time anymore. You're like, give me 110% or forget my fucking name, my address. You know, I'll become like, it's almost like I don't want to be that ghost, but I'm not afraid to be kind of energy around Leo. Let's see what else is here for Leo. Any other messages for the zodiac sign of Leo? Show me something for Leos. Show me something for Leos. What is this? Nine of Wands reversed. The Sun is reversed, and the Fool. Some of you, it's not about feeling regret, about risk taking. It's being emotionally aware of situations that are worth going towards. Others of you, you may have had a hard time investing emotionally in a situation that you wanted to move towards because it felt like when it came to balance or going towards it, it wasn't treating you as something that you could trust as the right option. You might have been doing unhealthy things or treating you unhealthy, or you might have seen a lot of unhealthiness around it, or it was a mirror effect of you doing it to them doing it to you. Kind of like a seesaw effect. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't feel like shit was moving in a direction that made any sense. It feels like it was like you're trying to fight fire with air, but every time you try to fight the fire with the fire just got bigger, or the air just fucking expanded the fire, and it kept the celebration apart. Where are you going now? Show me something here. The Star card for Leo. I feel like you're not looking back at situations that made you feel emotionally closed off. I feel like you're focusing on change or looking to see change or willing to cut away from situations that make you feel like it's only about it's only about if it's one. This tells me if it's one fucking sided, you won't stay there for long. If it stays one sided, Leo's like, I can't do that. That's not who Leo is. Leo won't do that. Leo's they can't do that. You also may need to get more, something about this World card. You may need to be getting more sleep. King of Pentacles. You may be a little bit frustrated with the situations that hurt you mentally or emotionally, or that you gave all your heart to. You're not focused on the stress at this point. It's telling me with the Empress in reverse, Three of Swords though, and the Three of Cups. I feel like you've learned I can trust letting go or stopping a situation from upsetting me. With that King of Swords in reverse, that's you saying no. I feel like some of you are starting to really absorb the energy to where if enough's enough, you know it. Or if you have to say, no, damn it, you're there. Some of you have been there for a while when it comes around love situations. You're not afraid to speak up, Leo, is how I'm feeling in your energy, or see if something's not moving in the direction that makes you feel like that Ten of Pentacles, putting an ending to it or stop working to it. But you're doing that with very little stress. If there's stress around you, it could be either career or investing in work and trusting what's going to be the next best way to go towards it and get that. What are you going to show and how are you going to show it? Because things in the past that may not have worked out, I don't feel like that's been the focus. The focus has been the victories in love that hasn't worked out over what else you can basically how you can show out. This is what I see. Give me something else. Judgment reversed, Death card reversed, Queen of Cups, Two of Swords, Queen of Swords. A lot of you, it's about speaking your truth, making the decision, not being emotionally burdened by situations that feel like a fucking tornado or a judgment or outcome that could keep you in your head or make you feel at a distance or feel like it's not giving you basically the proper etiquette to love you the way you love it. Leos, what's going on here? Strength is reversed, Six of Cups, and Chariot. You have a very strong, like, I'm going to be Leo, and almost like I'm going to lead. And I'm going to lead it the way I see fit. And there's nothing going to basically distract me from the direction I'm feeling on that. Ace of Cups is reversed. The Ten of Wands, the Two of Wands, the Hanged Man, Two of Cups. Some of you decided it was better to walk away from a love relationship, whether it's a water, air, fire sign, leave it in the cold versus going towards it and kind of getting more balance with yourself or focusing on that, or that's where you feel more comfortable at this time. The Knight of Wands, the Five of Cups, and the Two of Pentacles. Not trying to let your emotions basically ride you or take too much out of you. And you may be in that energy due to the fact that it feels like it's almost like, damn, I almost had every little area and nook and cranny of what I wanted, but the one thing that really means a lot to me, I didn't get, or wasn't reciprocal, or didn't understand. And I didn't want to make it understand, but it had the opportunity. And I feel like a lot of you, you give me a lot of strength and internal internal release energy on, like, if that's how it's going to be, I'm not going to pay attention to it. I'm not going to give into it. This could be female energy coming in, because that feels, I hate to put it down on you, on the males like this, whether you're watch Karen's channel, you watch my fucking channel, but I don't feel like I'm reading masculine motherfucking energy at that point. I feel like the women are beating our asses in that area right now. And I ain't afraid to tell y'all. I feel like they are more like on that high or swing of it than we are. I don't know why I feel that. Maybe they're just produced enough and they've moved on to situations that emotionally weren't working out. They got sick of the stress, sick of trying to invest, wanting balance in situations, but feeling emotionally defeated. Go to the bottom. 9 of Wands, tired of looking at it and recognizing nothing's going to stop my motherfucking happiness. Now, some of the guys may be in that energy too with the happiness. Nothing's going to stop my happiness. Or I know I got to start moving or putting more work in situations and being unbothered. I do feel like women and men are sharing that energy. That is what I'm seeing for Leo. Is there any other message for Leo on top of this? 6 of Pentacles, balance is key right now. 4 of Swords, your thoughts, your patience, lack of, you have this energy where I'm not going to let people cut me down. I'm not going to let people treat me like a motherfucking option. And I'm not going to let a bitch lie to me. Good for you. I'm done with that. 5 of Swords reverse. I'm so over that toxicity. And all I want to see is growth. Nobody's going to ride my emotions or borrow my emotions. I don't have time to play in that energy. And I'm not going to let that continue to fuck with me energy. 9 of Pentacles. I do need to pick up. I do need to move forward. I know I'm going at a pace where what? King of Cups, emotionally, when it comes to communication or celebration, what are you doing? You're there, Leo. The King of Wands could be Saggy energy. 4 of Cups, emotionally, I want to manifest towards it, but I haven't rushed towards it yet. Knight of Swords, Page of Swords, you're starting to communicate what you need to do. Whether you're identifying with it now or you do within the next 2 weeks to 2 months, you'll see. That's what I have for Leo.
That was amazing. Remember, Leos, and anybody else that this can apply to, no is a complete sentence. You don't have to justify it. In fact, sometimes if you do, you're opening yourself up for somebody to argue with you and try to gaslight you about all the reasons that you're wrong, right? So just remember, no is a complete sentence. We are getting ready to read for Virgos. Thank you guys so much for being here, everybody. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Don't forget to go subscribe to Leon's channel. Several of our mods, including Casey, who is like Leon's main mod, and then some, is also running the link for Leon's channel. So definitely go and subscribe to Leon if you have not already. Nonetheless, we are on the amazing Virgos, my fellow Mercury signs. What up, Virgo? You guys ready? I've got a storyline for you. And here's what's crazy about these cards. There are 2 distinct storylines here. They're similar. Okay. They're similar. So I'm going to just do the best I can to navigate this for you. Virgo, I have someone here that clearly you have history with this person. 6 of Swords in the reverse. They tried to move on, unable to. I feel like for some of you, here's how that looked. I feel like this person got into a whole ass relationship, possibly even marriage. Okay. And I get this person popping up. Death reverse. That's a circle the block. 6 of Swords in reverse, trying to move on and not able to. All right. And what I get from this person is that they're going to tell you that they are free, that their divorce is final, etc. And they are going to seemingly take responsibility for everything that they did to begin with. All right. The Justice card. So there's this energy of them trying to make things right. Again, circling the block, the 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. Here is my problem with this person. Here's my problem. And this is where the storyline is going to split off into 2 potential ways that this may look for you, because we're reading for a number of Virgos. Okay. But in general, there's too many cooks in the kitchen here. There is way too many people on my board right now. All right. Is that family, or is this person, community deek or community coochie? I don't know. It's one or the other, and maybe it's both, and maybe it's just friends. But there's too many people involved in this connection. All right, a healthy connection is you and me, and nobody else's opinion fucking matters. All right, it's what you and me decide that we can agree on, and that's it. The end. Nothing else. I don't know if this is family. I don't know if this is friends, but it's creating an obstacle here. That's the obstacle. So I feel like that whatever happened with this person before, okay, whether it was that they were, going with every, Sally Joe and Johnny Tom, or if it was family and friends, just Budinskis. And it could be both. All right. It could be both. But this person, whatever they did in that department before, where a bunch of people were involved, they're going to do the same damn thing, Virgo, the same thing. So this is one of those situations. And I'm going to tell you, they're coming toward you with a pretty strong offer. All right. They're going to tell you they want to build you up, possibly marriage, all this sort of thing. We were meant to be together. All right. And it sounds great. And maybe they'll tell you they've changed. I see them taking responsibility. I do. Here's the problem. It's one thing to take responsibility and say, I did this and it was wrong, and I did this and it was wrong, and I did this and it was wrong. And they may even say, and I'll do better. And they may, and I think they probably mean it. I'm going to give them that. I think they probably mean it. But if you don't do the work the behavior where they let other people get involved in whatever way that was, that's the symptom. The problem is the unseen that's below that, all right? And until they treat the problem, they're going to do what people do, and that is to go back and repeat the same behavior. The best predictor, I used to work for a PhD level behavioral psychologist, and one of the things that stuck with me that he swore by, the best predictor of a person's future behavior is their past behavior. And I'm not saying people can't change, they just rarely do, because to change behavior, you've got to get below the surface to see what's causing the behavior in order to fix it. It's like you can treat symptoms of something, but until you treat the actual problem, you're just going to have to take a pill for the rest of your life. You see what I'm saying? I mean, it's the same kind of thing, except here we're talking about behaviors, so it's a little bit different. Nonetheless, I feel like this person is going to do what we call to spontaneously recover. That is spontaneous recovery. It is a concept in Jungian psychology. You can look it up, whatever. Nonetheless, they mean it. When they tell you they're going to be better, they mean it. I believe that. I'm going to give them that. Maybe they don't mean it, but I'm going to say they do. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt, but I'm going to say this. I still see the same old thing coming through, and the same people coming through that came through before. Mommy, daddy, Susie, John, friends, brothers, lovers. I don't know what it is, but there's just too many cooks in this kitchen. And, I'm not a huge Dr. Phil proponent, but one thing I will say is the thing that you definitely don't need to do to solve a connection is to go outside of it. Unless you get professional help from a therapist or whatever. But beyond that, no, you don't solve your problems by cheating on somebody or going home to mom and daddy's. You won't believe what this did, and talk to friends. No. And that's what this person is. And I think you need to be aware of that. And that's what I'm picking up right now. And I literally see them going right back to the same bullshit. Okay. And you being stressed out if you allow yourself to walk back into this connection. That's what I got, Virgo. That's what I got. Leon.
I'm here. I had to unmute. Yeah. I had to unmute it for the Virgos. Oh, interestingly enough, I picked up this tarot deck because it was like you were calling to me. It was like, pick me, speak about my situation, or look at the next fucking card. Speaking card. I didn't even notice that until holy shit, this is the card I was paying attention to. It's on the other side on the bottom. It's the 10 of Pentacles. Oh my goodness. This is about you trusting not only your worth or what you invest in, but this is about you trusting yourself and what you're going to rush towards, Virgo. This is about you continuously putting work in it, saying fuck the endings, fuck the problems, letting go of outcomes or letting bygones be bygones, dead ass ending that shit. That X is an X for a reason. That Fallout 5 of Pentacles in reverse happened because it was necessary. There's this, I pick up an energy too here with Virgo. A lot of y'all may have had some issues with something going on where you hurt yourself or you've got an injury and you need to take that injury. Uh, Basically, be easy on yourself and don't rush yourself to heal. Like do the proper things. Take, whether it's physical therapy, whether it's icing something, whether it's letting something heal. It doesn't feel like it's a relationship as much as it's towards the body. And it's making me, I felt uncomfortable halfway, like in the beginning of her read, noticing it. And I'm like, oh, please don't do this to me. Not today. Please, not today. But if y'all had something happen to you physically that's kind of slowed you down, just allow the process to naturally heal itself and take the proper precautions to help it, but don't overextend your energy or being too physical. Give your body time to heal. I felt so fucking compelled to say that to whoever needs to hear that. That may not be for all you. That may be for a small part of the audience, but that's what I've got so far. Let's see if we go with Virgo's energy. All right, here we go, Virgo. What are the messages for the zodiac sign of Virgo? The only other thing I was tapping into was some of y'all, you don't give me like, some of y'all may have felt like, damn, I've had identity crisis in the past, but I'm not really focused on my identity. It's more of making sure financial situations just improve and get better. And that, I feel like you can't release that out of your energy. I feel like that swirls around you, like it's in your fucking aura kind of energy. Here we go. Let's see what's here for Virgos. So money could be something where it was coming in or it was money could have been good at one point where now it's the worry of your security or your work. I get like I'm worried about it or I need to keep it secure. So some of you may have it locked in very well and it's not an issue, while others of you it's been an issue or something you worry about. Let's go. Let's play. Let's see what we get for you, Virgo. What are the messages for the zodiac sign Virgo? Show me something for them. What do you want me to tell Virgo right now? Virgo, show me a message for Virgo. You've got 2. 9 of Pentacles. So is it about you knowing that you can pull or achieve out of situations, no matter how dark, dirty, or unhealthy they've become around you, whether it's past, present, future? I don't feel like that's what you focus on. I feel like you focus on the next great challenge or what you're going to invest in or how you're going to invest more in yourself right now. A lot of you want to bring out more success. You give me, I want success, or I know I can provide more success or be more successful, or I'm going to, it's almost like I'm going to show everybody kind of energy. I don't know where the fuck that's coming from, but I feel that on you. All right, here we go. Look at the next card. You came out in reverse. Are you trying to trust what? That 10 of Pentacles energy? That was the next card that came out. Are you trying to trust the success? Are you trying to recognize like that's where I'm going, that's where I'm heading, and nothing's stopping me? Because that's how it's coming out. Show me anything else for Virgo here. What else needs to be said to Virgos? Ooh, we got 3 at once. The Sun. You know that you want to invest in things and cut away from situations that if you've moved towards them and they put a stick or a thorn in between a situation, you're not going to focus on working towards them. You're too focused on stability. And also probably a lot of you may feel a lot more humble or a lot more at peace than you felt in the past. It's almost like you've released the stress from your body or situations or investments that didn't treat you fairly or emotionally took advantage of you. You started to learn and adapt to trusting your own situations than playing with situations that needed to be left alone. You weren't willing to communicate with situations. You made up your mind on that. You kept things, you give me, I had to stay at a distance. Emotionally, you may have felt like I needed to get out of this energy. 3 of Cups with the Page of Cups. Somebody may try to get you or did get you for a while emotionally until I feel like you said, nobody can control the cup that I own. Nobody can take that away from me. And I feel like that became your strength and you weren't going to lie about the situations around you. I feel like you opened your heart to situations. Some of you have wanted to open your heart towards love, but you haven't seen it take flight or produce the victory that you've been looking for. And I don't feel like that's so some of you could be in that energy where, fuck, I want that, but I'm not getting chosen or it's not coming at me the way I want. And I can't wait for the changes to erupt or happen. Keep putting work and effort in yourself for the situations that are important to you and let everything balance out on its own. Just move in the direction, whether you're a single person with no kids or you're a parent with kids or a grandparent with kids, that's what you got to do. There's nobody that's going to take that away from you. The Queen of Swords, the Nine of Chalices, the Queen of Pentacles, and the King of Swords. Some of you all feel like emotionally people show like they want to invest in you and then they stop speaking to you as well. That may resonate for more than I would like to admit to, but that may resonate for more. And that just keeps you chasing a brand new fucking beginning. Ace of Pentacles in reverse, Seven of Chalices, Two of Cups, Hangman, the Six of Pentacles, to the Four of Wands, to the Eight of Chalices, to the Empress. It might have made you feel like I can't even look at going towards or rationalizing or trusting the investment of building in a relationship right now. I've become aware that as much as I'd like to manifest it, I don't see any growth potential, or I don't feel like I have the correct options in front of me that I want to align with. Seven of Wands, so I keep it at a distance. It's in reverse. Eight of Swords, I don't move towards it. I kind of stay away from it. Page of Swords, I don't communicate. The Ten of Cups with the Wheel, the Three of Swords, I don't feel like you're hung up on a situation that hurts you anymore, whether it was mentally or emotionally, because it's showing that it was both. I feel like that's released. I feel like the Nine of Wands is you trying to enter, moving in a direction that you know is worth going towards. But at the same time, the past has made it hard to want to move forward. And you're very open and aware of that, and you've kept things at a distance, or you've kind of slowed down from wanting to open your heart or trust starting over again, putting work and effort towards it, Virgo. King of Chalices, King of Wands, Temperance reversed, because you feel like nothing was transitioning or nothing was fighting for you or showing the change you deserved. Or it's almost like I don't want a person to come in my life to have their cookie and take my cookie, and they think they can eat my cookie and somebody else's cookie too, kind of energy. That ain't happening, bitch, kind of energy. Some of you all may have felt like unfortunately you saw a side of somebody that you really didn't understand or know, and then the more you saw of them, the more it was easier to get stuck on them than focusing on the things that you want to focus on for you. Some of you if you didn't do that, you just focus on energy of how you're going to create more abundant energy, but you also got to be very aligned with why you want the abundance and what's going to work for you and why it's going to basically it's almost like having a vision board. I feel like you need to focus on that, and I feel like if you've done it again, you're going to do it again and again. And it's more or less, I don't feel like you're hyped up on knowing you can do that. I feel like you're focused on that more than you're focused on getting upset in love dynamics or situations that may have made you feel like at a distance. I'm picking up the Seven of Chalices, the Nine of Chalices, the Queen of Pentacles, the Two. It's in love. The Hangman reversed. You come off where you felt like you had to move away from it, or you couldn't focus on the stress of it. Some of you, it was with an air sign. I'm going to tell you, it was with an air sign, water sign, or fire sign. Definitely could have been water, fire. Definitely water or fire. Water, fire, or air. Emotionally, I feel like you try to move away from that energy. You try to put that behind you. Try to be like the bigger person in a situation. Because I can't, like, they weren't being fair. Or you weren't, there was too much, there was not enough equal opportunity. And I feel like it showed itself at the end. Not in the fucking beginning, not in the middle, mostly at the end. Last 3 weeks, last 3 months, that kind of bullshit. And I feel like Virgo said, I've had enough of this bullshit, and I'm not going to let anybody treat me down or hurt me in love. I'll invest in myself, and I'll move towards this direction when I feel good, ready. Seven of Wands. I saw a situation that left me out in the cold, or my family situation out in the cold, and it made me not want to move towards a new beginning right away. You get this? I'm not doing it right away energy. The World card or the Queen of Swords, or if I've tried it, it doesn't work out or show balance, or I feel blinded by a situation that doesn't change in the momentum or opening up towards my heart or valuing me as the victory that I would see them as, the outcome that I would want to see them as. You may have made a decision to say, you know what, I'm going to slow it down a little bit before I rush towards that judgment. And I'm going to put more work and time into me. And that's my final decision. And that's probably your strength position right now, Virgo. You're not upset about love situations. And if you were, you're going to move towards them slowly. I feel like you've adapted to recognizing that, and you're not letting anybody treat you like a fucking punching bag. Good for you, because you're like, emotionally, I can't take that shit anymore. I'm done. I'm not going to be emotionally manipulated or you know what? I'm not your Badillac. I'm not your fucking 1974 fucking Cadillac, dented, bruised, and all fucked up. That ain't me, bitch. And some of you may have had to either recognize, as much as you wanted to speak it, it was better not to say a motherfucking thing and leave that shit in the cold. Let it be what it is. Forget about it. kind of forget about it kind of energy. That's what I've got for Virgo.
Forget about it, right? Hey, Casey, thank you so much for the love. Leon, I don't know if you've been seeing the chat. Okay, you've done something. We all need cookies and milk. And now after this live stream, I'm gonna have to take my happy ass up the street and get me some, because Walmart will probably be closed. So I probably got to go up to the gas station and get me some milk, because I never normally keep milk, but I got to have some milk and cookies.
That's awesome.
We're craving cookies right now. Virgo cookies, probably, right? Won't go too much down that rabbit trail. We're getting ready to read for Libra. What's up, Libra gang? Where y'all at? By the way, if you have not subscribed to Leon, go do it. Leo Fire 555. That is his channel name. He is so much fun. He's an absolutely phenomenal psychic, medium, reader, all that jazz, rolled up into one. And everybody, the mods are rolling the links. If you need them, they're in the chat. Go subscribe if you haven't done so. He's an amazing reader. I've known Leon for years. Nonetheless, do I have any Libras in the house?
This is Peter Griffin. If you're not subscribed to Enchanted Cottage, make sure you subscribe to Enchanted Cottage. What the fuck are you waiting for? And grab me a bag of donuts too.
Okay, if we're doing donut, he likes Dunkin'. Like my daughter likes Dunkin'. I'm a Krispy Kreme girl myself, but I might have to go to the drive-thru later. I think they're open late. I bet you they got some hot ones. Damn! Why are we always talking about food up in here? Libra, let's talk about it. I got a storyline for you. Let's talk about it. I got a lot of people here. Does this shock me? No, because I am reading for Libra, the love muffins. That is y'all. And y'all are just hot and you fucking know it. So let's just talk about all these people. And I got several storylines. So I'm just going to tell you what I got. Okay. Storyline number 1 will be a little bit shorter. I've got somebody here. Birdie. Thank you, love. I appreciate you, Birdie. Listen, Libra, I got somebody here that is in your energy that's crushing hard on you, hard as freaking hell, okay? And I feel like this is somebody, it could be a coworker, but it's somebody that you see. I don't know if you both work together or if you see them and they're in their workplace. It could be either way. But I'm going to tell you what happens. This person is crushing hard and they're trying to be all Joe Cool or Jane Cool, whichever. Okay. And here's how I see this going. You distract the hell out of this person. All right. You walk by and you're smelling good, because Libras do. Look, Libras, you don't leave your house so much as go fill up your gas tank. You're going to be looking fly. You got that Riz, you got that Libra charm going on, and you smell good. Okay, I know. Listen, I raised a Libra rising and I know how it is. But listen to me. This person, you walk by this person and they get a rise in their Levi's or a heartbeat in their hoo-ha, whichever it is. I mean, this person, they drop shit. They fumble with their words, all right? And they're awkward as hell. They are nutty as a fruitcake when it comes to you. Do I think that they'll reach out to you? I do, but let me tell you what I saw with this person. I saw them carrying something. Is it a tray full of drinks? Is it something at work? I don't know. And they just drop it everywhere. And it's like that kind of awkward. Okay. You rattle their cage. All right. You rattle their cage. That's a separate thing. I think this person is going to approach you. And I kind of feel like this is a new person. Okay. I kind of do. Nonetheless, you've got that. Now let's talk about all this other people. And there's a lot. 7 Cups came out. That's options all day long whenever I'm sitting here looking at all these people. All right. So that's storyline number 1. And that one it was so funny that it needed an honorable mention. Okay. Now, you've got a person that is hung up on you. 6 of Swords in the reverse. You can't move on from a Libra like that. People think they can walk away from you can't do that shit. They tried to move on. I don't think they could. They're coming back in, romance and all this kind of stuff. And I get that. I get them offering you a lot. Okay. I get them offering you literal marriage. All right. Literal marriage. I think you have history with this person. To what degree, I don't know. I think they tried to walk away from you and could not. All right. Flat out. That's what I often get when I see that Six of Swords coming out in the reverse. Maybe they're at a distance, maybe not. And my problem, though, Libra, is this. First off, you got some advice in this. On top of that entire thing, the Temperance card, slow your roll. Slow your roll. Slow your roll, Libra. Don't jump into anything with anybody. Whoa, look at that. Look at there, pulling your energy. Slow your roll. Don't jump into anything with anybody. I know you're the relationship people. I get it. The seventh house rules permanent partnerships. I get it. Okay. You are the walk-in other half of the Two of Cups. I get it. But you're okay. You don't need anybody. Remember your value. Remember what you bring to the table. Libra, you are not, you're not, what is it? Your guac? What's that saying they say? You're not salsa, you're guac, baby. Remember it? Okay. You didn't go out and buy the expensive perfume or whatever. You're not walking around in your Lululemon or your Louis Vuitton so that you can go with some nut Fruit Loop broke joke, piece of crap that can't save your beauty and your amazingness for somebody that actually deserves it. All right. So my cards are telling me slow your roll, especially when it comes to that past person. I don't necessarily get bad vibes off the past person. I didn't pull long enough. What I did get was slow your roll, better's coming. Slow your roll, better's coming. And where's that Seven of Cups? I pulled it out just now and I showed it to you, and now I can't freaking find it. Well, you know what I'm saying. You got all these options here. There's no need to be in a hurry. And the second thing I get from slow your roll is when somebody tries to push you into a connection faster than is comfortable for you, this right here. Do I need to say it? This is not a circus. Don't follow it. This is not a circus. That's a warning. Why? Why are they trying to rush you? Let me tell you why. Several reasons. Either they're on the rebound, trying to make somebody jealous, needy whore that's clingy and has a shitty self-esteem and feels like they need somebody to be happy. And you don't need none of that. You don't need somebody coming toward you wanting you to do something that they need to do for themselves. All right. That's ridiculous. But I get slow your roll. You've got something amazing here for sure in your future. And I see it and I know it. But I just get this energy. I just get this thing saying, do not settle. Do not settle. Do not settle for less than what you. I wish I could. Where the hell did that Seven of Cups go? There's all kind of people out there. And yes, I know y'all are sitting there looking at me and you're going, yeah, but if you could know what these motherfuckers look like, you say there's all these fish in the sea, and here's what they look like. Well, Libra, you don't have to settle for those. You're going to have some good looking hotties that come toward you too. All right. That's what I got, Libra. And that's your message. That's what I see for you. And I hope that helps you. I want to hear from Leon.
Libra. So the energy I have for you keeps going back to the Chariot, moving energy. Let's see where this goes. Let's see where this goes for you. I'm going to shuffle a little bit and see what you get. Here we go. Libra. I want to say to Libras. I shit you not, one shuffle. That's the other move card I saw while she was reading you guys. And I'm sitting here. I saw your card too first. Like third split, just splitting them in my hands. Oh my God, she's talking about you. Let me show you. Here we go. What is the message for the zodiac sign of Libra? Some of you may have felt like you got stopped up with communication, or the communication stopped in a situation. Where are we going with this? Here we go. Show me something for Libra. Zodiac sign of Libra. Ace of Pentacles, Two of Wands. Some of you may have felt like there was a decision made that when you may have felt like there was somebody made a choice and they didn't choose you. Temperance, King of Chalices reversed, Strength card. Some of you, it could definitely be a fire sign or an air sign, by the way, that may not have chose you, or you felt like you couldn't trust, or felt like they were the ticket, they were the investment, and then all of a sudden it felt like it wasn't real or it wasn't healthy kind of energy. It was more lust than anything. I feel like you also feel like you lost trust or direction with, or felt left behind in a situation. A lot of you may have identified that, and it may have made a situation where I'm not going to focus on that brand new beginning or open up emotionally right now. Some of you, too, when it comes to the celebrations, you said, the fuck with that. I'm going to stay back. I'm going to stay the fuck back. Some of you also get, it may have made you angry. I hate to tell you, but you might have got angry. All right, let's keep going. Whether you want to admit it or not, I'm not going to say you got bitter, but you got fucking angry about it. And only you will know that about you if that's you. Here we go. Let's go. Show me something for Libra. Show me something for Libra. Now, it doesn't mean you got angry because you were fully in the wrong. It just means that something wasn't working out or showing up for you the way you wanted to show up for it, or something just fell apart. And once it fell apart and you tried to understand it for what it wasn't making any fucking sense. I feel a lot of confused energy. I almost feel like I'm getting a fucking headache and I should be looking at you like cross-eyed and shit, bitch, kind of energy. Like, what the fuck is that? Who the fuck wants to deal with that shit? It's like, who the fuck are you? And what the fuck is this kind of energy? Here we go. Really just almost felt like I should be reading you cross-eyed and asking for a fucking headache. What the hell? Here we go. Let's go. What is the deal? What is the deal that Libra needs to see right now? What needs to come out for Libra? Zodiac sign of Libra. Start with these two. All right. So when it comes to love or truth and clarity of situations, where are you or what's going on? Show me what's here for Libra. All right. So you may feel like there's been fighting or arguments that are out of balance with going in a direction or a new beginning. I feel like you had a lot of passion or love towards a situation, but it didn't feel like it was being giving back to you. Didn't feel like it was fighting for you correctly. And I feel like that's something you wanted to communicate. You are aware of it as well, but nobody actually spoke up. Nobody spoke up. I'm done. Stick a gun, put a fork in me. I feel like I should just get zapped by electricity for you right now, Libra. Rewind. Oh, same old song and dance bullshit. They ain't doing shit. You ain't doing shit. So where the fuck is this shit going? What in the fucking shitty, what in the fucking McGriddle chicken sandwich bullshit is that? Krabby Patty, that's a load of shit. Here we go.
That's a chicken sandwich bullshit.
6 challenges, strength card, 7 of swords. I can't trust you, bitch. Kind of energy. What the fuck? Judgment is here. Next. Oh, shit. It's around a love situation. It's a love situation where it's like, bitch, I don't trust you. And you're like, well, bitch, I don't trust you. And you suck too. Kind of energy. 10 of wands. I'm sick of this fucking burden bullshit. When does it end? Why doesn't it stop? Why is it like I get on the fucking merry-go-round and I can't get the fuck off? Kind of energy. 7 of pentacles. I'm so done with investing. What's next? Please let this transition. Kumbaya. Fucking let me do some fucking yoga. Let me go to the fucking gym. Let me just fucking get some fucking change. Why the fuck does nothing change? Ace of Pentacles. My worth is strong. I focus on career. Eight of Swords. I move in that direction. But when it goes towards investing in situations, I don't produce or it doesn't produce the happy outcome I'm looking for. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like you got into a situation that it left you so high and dry that it disturbed you. You're disturbed. Or you were. What the fuck? Queen of Wands. Where's your heart? Your heart is with you. Your heart knows what it wants. The issue is, I feel like the decision wasn't decided on you, or the communication didn't land, or the work wasn't put in. Hold up, go to the bottom. You might have felt stuck. You might have wanted to move out of that energy. 4 of Swords, up in your head, but trying to come out of it. Wanting to move towards new celebrations, or wanting to be the solution or find the solutions to situations. But I don't feel like you've completely entertained outside of what's been done or gone on. And I think you know that. I'll say that again. I think you know that. Here we go. You've got the 4 of Wands going towards celebrations or moving towards them. No! Going towards stability, being stressed out about victories, trusting that you want to move in a new direction, kind of being silent about a situation you want to work with, or trusting a situation, keeping at a distance, but still feeling the stress of the situation, wanting to manifest out of that energy and take on that love. But at the same time, it's something feels like a decision emotionally put you in a position where it moved away from it or you moved away from it. And you might be at like a lesson that had taught you, I need to trust being emotionally more acceptable, towards going towards love that's healthy, emotionally correct, not that's going to create chaos, confusion, not that's going to make you move towards it just to make you feel like it moved away from you. And I feel like you got sick of that shit and you've shut down. You stop speaking kind of energy. You're done. Page of Swords, Five of Challenges. Emotionally dropped it. Two of Pentacles, made the decision. Empress, when it came to wanting to work with it, it upset you too much. You got tired of waiting. King of Pentacles, so you started to invest in yourself. You started to see the unhealthiness, or you started to see like the basically, it's like a lusting or like a toxic energy that you felt like. I feel like you felt like you had to go with this, but you're starting to see, I was lying to myself in a situation. I don't have to tolerate that. I don't have to deal with that. Eight of Chalices, you may also keep that harbored inside of you. I hate to put it like that, but you fucking do. Knight of Wands, when it comes to playing with going towards basically opening up, you're getting over it. You're basically I'm getting over it. I'm releasing it, which is good. But emotionally, it still hurts. But you're trying to completely drop it, and you're trying to be basically be your own best friend. You're not trying to let anybody do that to you again, kind of energy. And you know it. You give me this energy where I know it, and I won't let it happen again. Now you could be either gender in this one. I feel like it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter if you're a male or a woman. You may both feel like, well, what the hell? You also give me an energy where you don't feel like you were the first pick or like you got the attention you deserved. You give me that, where the fuck, why aren't all eyes on me kind of energy. Go to the bottom. Pay emotionally, what's going on? I feel like you were stressed out and you felt like when it came to this love situation, it just stopped. Something stopped. It stopped abruptly. All right? It's done. That shit is done. You know what I'm saying? Next, Six of Pentacles. You were hoping for balance, hoping for work. What happened? What happened? I feel like you recognize I've got to trust and be aware to start again, to have a new beginning. Where? Not with this person. Not with this person. Could be an air sign or an earth sign. By the way, air sign, earth sign. Seven of Wands. Resistance. You come off where it's like, I feel like you were trying to believe in a situation that wasn't giving you strength. It was giving you deception, lies, and dishonesty. And I feel like that became the wounds, the problems, the motherfucking burdens. And I feel like you're working through releasing that right motherfucking now. Emotionally, you're done. You're over it. And you're not going to let it mentally fuck with you. You know better. I'm done. I'm so fucking done. You're not going to let it mentally mess with you. Nine of Swords reversed, Three of Swords reversed. You're like, fuck the fuck are you kind of energy. Like, who the fuck are you doing that to me? Eight of Swords, get the fuck out of here kind of energy. Seven of Pentacles, I wanted to invest. I thought this could transition, but something's got to change. And I think you saw right. Your eyes are right there. That's fucking Libra's eyes. You fucking burn a hole in that person when it comes to them. And it's no fucking secret to Libra, what you saw or what you've been through. That's the situation. You may have been stressed out about money or money situations, or just moving forward with more moving energy towards trusting what you can manifest that's worth going towards, or that's going to appreciate you, Libra, male or woman. That is the reading I have for you. I'm sorry it was kind of like take it or leave it, but that's what I have for Libra. Wow.
I thought that was a powerful message. It was great. That's just my 2 cents. I think it was encouraging and helpful. What do y'all think? I think so. I like it.
Remember to subscribe to Enchanted Cottage. Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming to our TED Talk. Go subscribe to Leon too. Leo Fire 555. They're running. His link is pinned at the top of the chat, but they're also running his link in the live stream periodically. You don't want to miss anytime that man goes live. Okay. First of all, he's a great reader, but there's a lot of great readers, but he also is a lot of fun and encouraging with the way he delivers messages. And that is just, over the top. So yes, go subscribe. You will not be disappointed. I assure you. Let's talk to the Scorpios. The Scorpio, I have pulled cards here and we need to talk, my loves. Scorpio. I love y'all, right? Scorpios are bracing themselves because they know that that comes right before the ass whooping, right? So here it comes, Scorpio. This one is past its expiration date, my loves. You are trying to turn a hoe into a housewife or a playa into a stable man, whatever it is. All right. I don't know what it is. I don't know which it is. I don't care which it is. But I can tell you that this has been on rinse and repeat with this person for a hot minute. Oh, yes, it has. Betrayals, heartbreak, sadness. Ten of Swords here, Four of Pentacles in reverse. Loss. Maybe financial loss, energetically beyond draining. You are energetically bankrupt at this point. I feel like I'm talking to a Scorpio right now that has come to a place where you got nothing left in your bank account to give this. And I'm not talking about the money currency. I'm talking about energy, love, emotional investment, that kind of currency, the important stuff. Okay. And I get it. I do get it. Scorpios Scorpios don't give up on things easily. And I get that. And I admire that about you. But what I sometimes have to get after you guys about, okay, some of y'all fixed signs, some of y'all fixed signs are loyal to the point that you get yourself, loyal is not the same thing as doormat, okay? Let's not confuse the two, all right? You have tried more than one time with this thing, all right? You got this person fucked you over, hurt you, stabbed you in the back, whatever it is, pain. Ten of Swords ain't no joke, folks. That hurts. And in every other sense of the word, the Ten of Swords is supposed to be the deal breaker, the no coming back from. It was so bad, the pain was so bad and so tragic that it should be over. And yet, despite that, this person, you go back towards this person, all right, knowing that you're going to get a half-assed shady shit. They're not really giving to the level that and Scorpio, I don't know why you're messing with this person. Can I just, you're out of character. You're out of character with this one. Well, why are you saying that, Auntie Karen? Let me tell you why. Because this person's not even that emotionally invested. And I'm talking to Scorpio. I am not talking to some dumbass on the street. Scorpio, you are not a dumbass. You can see shit that most of us miss. You know I'm telling you the truth, and you don't sit there and tell me you don't know, Scorpio, because you damn sure do. You know good and well that you're giving way more emotional investment than this person. And here's my conundrum with this thing. If I was reading for Gemini and you would, I could kind of get it because we can kind of detach. But with Scorpios, it's like this. Scorpios, most of the time when I read for you, what I pick up from you is if we're not merging souls, why are we even here? And yet this person is giving you some half-assed bullshit, and you are trying to take this mess, this liar, inconsistent, unstable person, okay, and turn them into this. And you're good, Scorpio, but you're not that good. Nobody can do that kind of magic. This person's got to do that themselves. And apparently they're not going to because they keep doing this rinse and repeat crap. Okay. It's time to get off of the hamster wheel. I feel like I'm talking to a Scorpio. I'm picturing you remember when we were little and we watched the Jetsons and George Jetson would get on that dog walker thing and it would start going too fast and he would be going fast and he'd go, Jane, get me off of this thing. I hear you saying, Auntie Karen, get me off of this thing. Well, I would if I could, but I can't. You got to do that. You got to jump off this hamster wheel of bullshit. There's better out there. Some of y'all are dealing with somebody that there's like this strong ass trauma bond and you're in, this ain't your twin flame. You see them two people that they're in chains. That's the way that this thing is pictured on the devil card. Okay. Some of y'all, this person's got an addiction and you can't walk away from them. You just keep rinsing and repeating, but you need to break that. You need to break that. You need to value yourself and your self-worth. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you what I know about Scorpios. And this is probably going to piss the other water signs off, but y'all love the deepest. And I know because I've dated more of you than any other sign. I had a mama that was a Scorpio and I love my Scorpio girlfriend. Look, let me tell you, I love y'all. You're one of my favorite signs. All right. And it just is what it is. But I don't want, and it breaks my heart to see y'all settling for this bullshit when you're bringing this to the table. All right. Yeah, the only way to fix them is to leave them. Exactly, Gina. There you go. Right from the expert. She's the mental health expert, not me. So I say this because I know it's tough love, Scorpio, but somebody here that's got a Scorpio placement needs to hear this. You deserve to receive what if you're not receiving what you're given and you're in a rinse and repeat, it is overdue. This thing is past its expiration date, Scorpio. I want you to pick yourself up and I want you to look in the mirror and I want you to tell yourself that you deserve better. And I want you to start walking around like you deserve better and cutting these folks out that are taking advantage of my beautiful Scorpios that I love to the moon and back. All right. Can we just say that? Can we just do that today, Scorpio? Yeah, filet mignon versus hamburger helper. Hell, it ain't even hamburger helper. It's probably just, green beans or some. She probably ain't got no meat in it. But you get what I'm saying, right? Don't settle for less than what you deserve, Scorpio. That's what I got for you today. That's what I'm seeing. What do you have for the Scorpios, Leon?
All right, Scorpios. Now, my mother's not a Scorpio. She's an earth sign. But my older sister's a Scorpio. My best friend, male friend, is a Scorpio. Let's do it. Here we go. Oh, I got a best friend Scorpio and some Leos up in there too. Males. Here we go. Let's do this. What is the message for Scorpio? What needs to show up for you right now? That's what I want to see. That's what I'm focused on. Show me the message for Scorpio. 2 more shuffles. What we got for you? Scorpio. Some of y'all got to start like, stop it. Stop it. Why do I feel like, are you depriving yourself of eating or losing a lot of weight or focused on losing a lot of weight? Because I feel your energy. Some of y'all know what you're doing. Just if you're doing it, do it very precautiously or very safely. Whether you're fasting, not eating enough, or whether you've dropped a lot of weight or you're wanting to do that. Because I have this empty feeling in my stomach and it doesn't feel like a pain in my stomach. It feels like I'm going to go anorexic or I want to be like I want to be looking like that model kind of energy. I already know I can be like the centerfold, or I feel like I'm the centerfold, or you also gave me the energy while she was reading you. I'm going to win and nothing's going to stop me. I'm all the way up. That song, I kept fucking hearing it. But let's go. Let's see what you got. I have no idea what the fuck's coming out, but that's what's fun about this. Here we go. Let's do this. Scorpio. I gave you more shuffles than I said I was going to. Let's do this. Show me something for the energy of Scorpio. 9 of Pentacles, Ace. What do we got here? What is the message for Scorpio? I feel like you're looking at a situation, and it does show an energy where there is an energy that was either lingering or that is still present around you, where you're not really letting it drain you or get the best of you. You're too practical, too in your energy, and you give me like this. It's almost like you're metamorphosing or you're like coming out of a situation where I feel like you may have had somebody bring you into an area that felt dark. You try to walk them out of the darkness, but you could only get out of the darkness or find your way to the light, and they still struggle to do so. Let's get to this. 9 of Pentacles, Ace of Chalices. I feel like you recognized the situation. The 2 of Pentacles to the 8 of Wands to the Devil. You've seen something that was unhealthy, toxic, or wasn't working out. It didn't stop you from wanting to focus on success or knowing you can achieve it. And I feel evil or ugly, not evil, but ugly saying this. You knew this. You knew this about the situation, and you tried not to. It's like you didn't rub it in anybody's face, because it's you give me this place of I came from a genuine standpoint. I wanted to help a situation or help somebody through a situation. I actually went deep into the situation, but I couldn't get them out of the mess, or I couldn't help them deal with the trauma. And I think you're really seeing it for what it is. And if you're not now, you will. Here we go. Show me something for Scorpio. What is the message? Queen of Wands, 2 of Chalices, Lovers, Page of Swords, the Death card. There you are in the 4 of Pentacles. You're more focused on stability or creating security, taking care of things that you know you can handle or that can handle you, and going and communicating that, or just do it. You have this do attitude. What I see over here, though, is that Queen of Wands in reverse, the 2 of Chalices, and the Lovers. that gives me like fearful energy around you. When it comes to you investing or being emotionally there, they feel like they're going to get cut out or they were cut out. They feel cut out. The person you dealt with feels cut out or like they couldn't match your energy. This is they couldn't match your energy. You felt like you needed to explore new opportunities. You may not have rushed towards this though. Some of you, I'm done. Some of you did not rush towards it because you weren't ready to let go of holding someone's hand or helping somebody through a situation. It's almost like you knew they needed to not only invest in themselves or become emotionally aware. It just felt like you were in a position where emotionally all you could do is see things for what they are. The investment in the thoughts, the practical energy, recognizing I can't play with the energy, going towards a celebration or an outcome that's gonna fall apart. Some of you, you may have felt connected in the past, or like you've lived together or known each other before this life or existence, and that was the part that was hard to let go. You still may be in that energy or try not to express that you feel that way. Something like that, you know that. It's telling me you know that. You've may have communicated, definitely may have communicated that with this person or wanted to manifest releasing a situation. Some of you were able to pull back, not move towards it, while others of you, the investment, it was like, I can't let go of the fucking apple, even though the burdens are that fucking heavy, even though it's so fucking challenging. You may be old soulmate connection lovers. I feel like you put in as much patience as you could. You also show that there may have been distance between you, whether it was physical distance or communication. And if this is hitting home, I feel like all it did was put like a boulder in the way of the two of you from connecting or moving back towards each other the way you were hoping to. And I also see that emotionally, you're putting a lot of work and effort in what you trust because you want balance and you know that's what you need. There may have been a point where you felt like I've got truth and clarity. I should go towards a new beginning and I don't want to fight for a situation that's not moving or changing, that's not showing the strength to basically boss up or is emotionally investing in decision making. It's decision making, trusting the decisions or the outcomes of themselves. Basically, you may have dealt with somebody who wasn't spiritually as mature as you were. And that's where you're at. And it's like the best part about your reading for me is you don't show me like I'm gonna rub this in your face or I'm gonna put salt in the fucking wound. You saw it for what it was and you tried to ignore it because of the way you felt about the person. That is very healthy. And I like that. Anything else for you? I want to see if I can get any other energy. Any other energy. Here we go. Show me something else for the zodiac sign of Scorpio. Show me any other messages that need to show up for Scorpio. Judgment, reversed, star reversed, 10 of wands, 3 of wands. There was distance and it felt like something was falling off and it was like eventually distance was going to happen. Somebody felt stuck or was afraid from the person you were with was afraid you weren't going to move back towards them or felt like I felt they felt like they weren't on your level. Don't know how to say it. There's every fucking card besides the 10 of wands, the burdens and the problems is in the fucking reverse. Like they didn't know what to do with this. They didn't know what to do with you. They didn't know how to communicate with you. I'm done. They really didn't know how to communicate with you. Queen of Swords, to get to the celebration, to make things work. It's like they wanted to play with it. They wanted to be the investment. They wanted the communication, but too much time passed and there was not enough action. They felt like the curtain was closing on them. They became aware. They felt the pressure. They could have been a motherfucking air or water sign, by the way, maybe fire sign, earth sign, whatever the deal is. This is where I see you've there. It's given me a message where your past was probably easier lived than theirs. They may have lived a harder road than you, and you're aware of it. 10 of Pentacles. It was very difficult for this person. That's them not getting things or being valued or appreciated, and you trying to bring that out of them, but they had to learn how to bring that out of themselves. You know what I mean? Emotionally, they felt withdrawn or distant, or they got quiet at times, or they only opened up to you. And that's how you know this is your story. All right. 5 of Pentacles. They felt at a loss. They tried to come back with balance, and then it felt like things were stopping, devil, risk taking, and investment. This person felt like, if I hate to say this, and this may not be for all y'all, but you may have dealt with somebody where you were worried about them doing something to themselves if it didn't work out, where you saw some shit or they told you some shit where they were ready to just give up. And I feel like you weren't willing to give up on them. The Chariot is in reverse. The Knight of, you kept working emotionally. And it's like, even though you knew that you might need to trust a different direction, truth and clarity on it, I don't think you were willing to watch this person fall apart or do something that could hurt them. I feel like you were saying no to that. I feel like you were trying to be the one to show them, not only do I love you, but you need to love yourself. You need to love yourself, because they struggle with that. And it's not, it may be silenced outside of your internal relationship, but it ain't silenced to you. That's what I have for you. And I don't see you stopping and investing in the things that you want to explore with. That's what I see for Scorpio. Okay. I hope somebody took something out of that.
Amazing, amazing reading. I totally felt that. I totally felt that. Man, that was fire. This is Leo Fire. Speaking of fire, this is Leo Fire 555. He has an amazing channel. He's been on YouTube for a long time. I've known him for years, have a lot of respect for him as a reader and a person. And I highly recommend that you guys subscribe to him if you have not done so. What the heck are you waiting for? Go subscribe to this man. Yeah, I want to see all of you hoes up in the next time he goes live up in his chat. All right. I'm just saying. Anyway, we're getting ready to read for Sagittarius. Where are those Sagittarians? Do we have some Sagittarius energy up in the house today? Where y'all at? All right, here we go, Sagittarius. I got a really interesting reading for you. Two things going on, right? Split decision. We're not talking about the IHOP menu item. We're talking about love. I think this is a no-brainer, but we're going to talk about it just the same. I got a new person in your energy, which is pretty amazing. This person came in, first card out, King of Cups, strong emotional investment, emotional maturity. Hell, we love that. Maybe it's a water sign, maybe not, but they got a lot of love for you, or they will have. Okay. And I can't get any bad cards on this person. And I tried. I'm like, okay, what's the catch? And I kept pulling cards on this thing while Leon was talking to the Scorpios, and it's just nothing. I can't get anything but good shit on this person. So maybe I'm predicting something, Sagittarius, for you. There could be, this person may be at a distance, 8 of Wands. Maybe they are like you, and they like to travel and this sort of thing. But I get you getting with this person. I get this person offering you something pretty amazing. You know, not first dibs, but I think that's in the works with this. I think this thing has some really good energy on it. This new thing that I'm picking up in your vibe. All right. And there's no catch on this one. The side note, and you know, does this happen first or this happen first? I don't know. It could be different for different ones of you. But I've got the devil literally here. And past energy with the judgment card in the reverse. All right. That can speak to obstacles here. All right. This person may have been in their ego, whoever this is that you have history with. They may have friend zoned you. All right. That's another thing. But I get a lot of selfish energy here. But here's the issue. Here's the issue with this person. And I think that I really feel like this person put you down for a little bit. All right. I think you were laid up in the bed crying and hurting and et cetera, et cetera. All right. May have made you sick. Okay. But you were exhausted. I think for a lot of my Saggies, I think contrary to popular belief, I think this one took you down for a little bit. All right. I think this put you on your butt for a little bit. Okay. And what's crazy, what I don't get, here's the rub, is this is what they do to you right here. That's what they do to you, strength in reverse. You lose all sense of self-respect, dignity. You go weak at the knees because there's still that energetic tie to this person. All right. And I mean, you know, I don't know. Is it a trauma bond? Was there an addict? Is it just an energy that you feel like you're struggling to shake? I'm not sure. So I see this person in your energy, and I kind of get this energy of, I mean, it's like you don't need to get into this. And if you feel like, oh, I just have no control, he's my twin dumpster fire. We're not doing that. We don't know. We're not doing that shit. Okay. They're probably not your twin dumpster fire. They probably, you and this person probably in a past life, they probably beat your ass over a bag of potato chips. Okay. That's probably the extent of it. And now you're in a trauma bond with this person. All right. Nonetheless, I want you to work on this and I want you to heal from this because you've got this amazing thing coming towards you. And I don't want you to blow this thing over here because you're so carrying the energy still of this over here. Okay, Sagittarius, you're much too fun. You've got much too much to offer, Sagittarius. And this is much too amazing right here to turn a blind eye to. Okay. It's much too amazing. So let's not miss out on the good things because we are so hung up on this person that is just a hot mess. Okay. They're just a hot mess. I don't know what the obstacles are that are specific to your situation. I bet they're different for different ones of you because my cards have not been specific on that. Okay. But whatever it is, you know exactly who I'm talking about right here and right now. Don't sit and I don't know who that is, Auntie Karen. Please don't make me scream. Don't do it. Okay. I don't want to holler at you, Sagittarius, but I will if I have to. All right. Listen to me. Don't waste your amazing life. Let me tell you, again, I'm going to quote Dr. Phil. The worst thing about being in a bad relationship for a year is being in a bad relationship a year and a day. Don't put another nickel of your energetic currency into this mess. All right. Work on yourself. Heal from that stuff because you got better. There's better. Hell, you can make this on your, you don't even need another person to make this. In fact, you need to have this on your own first anyway. All right. But you don't need that. But once you make this within yourself, then that's when this is going to step forward towards you anyway. All right. So that's what I got, Sagittarius. Avoid this trap. If this person makes you go weak in the knees, do whatever you need to do. Block them, delete them, move to Timbuktu, whatever it is that you need to do to protect your energy from this thing. All right. So that's what I got, Sag. That's what I got. I hope that helps you guys. All right, Leon, what you got for the Saggies?
Sagittarius, what is the message for you? What do we want to tell Sagittarius? What do you want to tell Sagittarius at this time? What do we got for Sagittarius? Did you all grow a situation? I feel like you did. I feel like something wasn't willing to grow with you, so you all grew it on your own. What is the message for Sagittarius? Nine of Swords, the Moon card. Could have been an air or water sign. Definitely air or water. A lot of air. Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. Whatever this... I feel like you had to cut free of something. I feel like you didn't feel like it was recognizing you or showing you too much unhealthy energy over and over and over again. It was like a broken fucking record player. Nobody needs that bullshit. Here we go. Three of Chalices. I don't feel like it was easy to let go or move on, though. I feel like you felt like they did this to you and it bothered you and you became aware of it, but you were like, nobody's going to take that away from me. I'm fucking Sagittarius, bitch, kind of energy. And I don't know if you said that to them. That feels more like you kept that in you. Wow. I do. That's fucking, as a fellow fire sign, that's very attractive. I'm just going to put that out there. I find that to be very strong, like very, very well instructed on who you are. Here we go. You aren't going to let anybody fuck with you, and I like that. The seven of you got tired of believing investments or believing. It was almost like you were hoping to see something open up or be emotionally available to you, but it wasn't working out. It wasn't creating the balance or choosing you. And I feel like mentally it exhausted you. When you wanted to go towards it, you knew it was bullshit, a bunch of bullshit. So you said, nope, I'm not going to stress about this. We're not going to do this. I'm going to take action and I'm going to get the fuck out of here. Who the fuck are you trying to gaslight or emotionally manipulate? That ain't working. You can go with the wind. Gone with the wind, gone in 60 seconds. I don't give a fuck if you get in a car, if you get in a fucking train, if you get in a fucking boat. I don't give a fuck if you drive down the street with Ronald McDonald, but we ain't doing this kind of energy. I'm not working with that shit, and I don't have to. And I don't trust you, bitch, kind of energy. This is done with, and I'm not going to sit here and dwell on it anymore. I'm not going to hold that energy in with me, but I'm not going to forget too. You give me. I'm not going to forget what went down, or how you were playing with me, or how you were unsure of the direction, or why you were like, if you can't choose me, I don't need to choose you. And I don't feel like it was easy to make that commitment to yourself, but I feel like you were strong enough to recognize that commitment to yourself. And now it may be time to look at the investments that you can create around you and start communicating those investments that you want to see happen for you. Experience the change. Because for some of you, emotionally, I don't feel like you've rushed towards investing or communicating at all. I feel like you're slowly getting there, but you still haven't jumped into the next best relationship, or you're not sure if you're ready to trust it, is how it's coming out. Some of them, the nasty part of this message is they try to flip the script on you, like you were the untrusty son of a bitch. That ain't true. That ain't true. That's them. That's them, damn it. I don't give a shit. They were Gemini, Virgo, Leo, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, whatever. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. I feel like you saw through the bullshit. You were like, you're not going to pull the wool over my eyes, and I see something that's not working out. And yes, it's coming to an ending, and I would like to have a new beginning, but emotionally, I'm tired. I'm tired of emotionally being ridiculed or beaten up, or you not choosing me and wanting to choose a different direction, or making me feel like you have this energy where you didn't feel like they were showing love to you anymore, or they were giving it somewhere else, and you didn't want it. It's like some of y'all knew it and accepted it and moved on, while others of you tried to ignore it because of the love you felt for the situation. I don't feel like either one of you are still there anymore. I feel like it's where you've been and how you've achieved to basically climb the cliff, get over the hurdle. Energy, not be upset anymore. Three of Swords. Trust yourself. Let go of a situation that wasn't working. Say goodbye to it. Goodbye. Say la vie. I'm done. The Sun, it wasn't making you happy. It became part of your past. You became emotionally aware that you wanted to see something come at you with passion and actually show you that you matter. You have the Ace of Wands in your own card, the Nine of Wands, that you matter. This was no secret to you, or that's what you deserve. The burdens that you went through, I feel like you were hoping to see balance, but you recognized emotionally the person's not ready. So if they're not going to give me balance, I have to boss up, strengthen up, and I can't wait for you anymore. I've got to move the fuck on, and I got to trust where I'm heading. Not with what didn't work out. I got to trust me. I got to trust me. And look what came out. I got to trust me. Sagittarius is aware of that. Sagittarius, I also feel like you've been trying to stay very focused on work and health. Work and health have felt like priority. Work, health, and family. This is what I have for you, Sagittarius. Is there anything else for you, Sagittarius? Any other message here for Sagittarius? Queen of Wands reversed. The Ace of Pentacles. The Fool card. You may have had a hard ending with a fire sign or an earth sign for some of you. Four of Swords to the Queen of Pentacles. You had a lot of love for a situation, but you didn't feel like he chose you for the new beginning. The Queen of Swords, the communication. It was like when it was good. But when it stopped, it was like you couldn't make sense of why it stopped or what it was focusing on. And it was hard. I just don't understand why the communication got gapped, but it did. And I think you know that emotionally. I feel like you wanted to put work in it, but you recognized it became too distant, or it became too unrecognizable with the Eight of Swords reversed, the Seven of Wands upright, and you didn't want to feel stuck in that energy. And you didn't trust that energy. I don't give a shit whether they were earth sign, fire sign, air sign, water sign. The sign to me is irrelevant. What it is you didn't feel like they were picking you as the winner, the apple. You felt like they were going outside of the circle, and emotionally it was toxic, and it was something you had to make a decision on for yourself, because that was the only way you were going to level up and get the balance you deserve. That was the only way you're going to get the true outcome that's meant for you, the truth and clarity. And you're aware of that. You weren't going to let somebody beat you up or pretend to invest in you if you could see through their bullshit, like the moon. You knew what was going on. I don't think you liked it, but you weren't afraid to move or play with the energy of moving away from it. Move, move, move. The World card, move. Knight of Wands, play with moving away from it. Eight of Pentacles, work on your own. Figure it out for yourself. What else is here? Page of Chalices, Four of Pentacles. The Lovers in reverse, the King of Swords. It was about you taking action and letting go of what was unspoken. Definitely unspoken. Page of Wands, Page of Swords, reversed. It's like you guys both wanted to speak or communicate, shit or get off the pot, but you didn't. Neither one of you did it. That's what the fuck happened. And I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I ain't sorry, damn it. I ain't sorry. They ain't sorry. She ain't sorry. He ain't sorry. What the shit? Come on now. What did you learn to trust? I feel like you learned to trust. I don't need to invest in another person to create my own happiness. And you ain't doing that to me. I'm Sagittarius. Fuck your Three of Swords bullshit. If you ain't coming at me with love, death to this, death do us part. Well, silence did you apart. Sagittarius, King of Wands. That could be my energy. Leo, that could be your energy. I feel like this is you saying the fuckity fuck with that shit. You don't want to give me love. I don't have any patience or any more cup to offer you. I am the ride's over, bitch kind of energy. I'm going somewhere else. I'm not playing this back and forth challenge energy. I know my worth and I trust my shit. Go somewhere else and be happy. Because you know something, emotionally, I don't want no more of this bullshit. I'm not going to stress out over your horse shit because I am the magician and I can value the changes and I can fucking wait for them. That's your message. Oh, shit. Your message kind of had me in my feelings a little bit because it didn't feel like it was easy to tolerate or deal with, but it showed me the strength and your character. And that's beautiful.
Yes, I love that. That was powerful. That was amazing, amazing, amazing. We're getting ready to read for Capricorn, the Saturn people. Saturn people, where you at? Where are my Cappies? I say my Cappies because I'm a Cap Moon, so I love me some Capricorn. Where my Cappies at? Where my Cappies? Where them Saturn folks at? Here we go, Capricorn. Y'all ready? Let's talk about it. Let's talk. I got you. What's up with you, Capricorn? What you doing? What you doing? You're changing your approach to romance. I got a history here that we'll talk about, okay? But where you are now is, I think you're Capricorn.
Grease lightning.
Capricorn, what are you taking a lover? I think I'll take a lover. I think I'll take a lover. You know, fuck this long-term boy. I think I'll take a lover. I think I'll take a lover. I think you've got somebody in your energy. This is interesting though, because you're not. I don't dislike the person. I mean, I don't think it's that. Like, I think they're fine. I think you're just like not studying anything long term. I think you're just like, you know what? Well, I think Capricorn. I think this is you. My money's on my mind. My mind's on my money, and yeah, I have needs. And this person is nice, so yeah, we'll bang. We'll do the boinky boinky, right? Okay. What you don't know is this: you're gonna catch feelings for this person, and they're gonna catch feelings for you. Whoever this new thing is that I'm predicting coming in, I feel like it starts now. I will say, be careful. I got a lot of pregnancy energy here now. Okay. If you are like me and your uterus is in ashes or shriveled up like a raisin, and that's not for, I already know, well, Auntie Karen, I can't have kids anymore. Okay, well, I get it. Put that for the young thing. Maybe it's a grandkid. Hell, I don't know. Nonetheless, I got pregnancy energy here, but I absolutely feel like you've got a new boo thing coming, and I think this is going to be somebody you get with. For a lot of my Capricorns, I think your next one that you're not even taking that seriously is, I mean, I don't think that I think you just don't care. I think you're just like having fun. It's going to sneak up and this is going to bite you on the butt, and you're going to go, God, there's a future with this person. I love this person, and they're going to love you too. So I have that going on in your energy, Capricorn. Very interesting. And I love that for you. And then you've got this other one, and let's talk about who's popping up today. And I'm going to tell you how you're going to know who this is. This person said, you'll never find anybody like me. You'll face it. You'll never get anybody like me. And I know probably at the point in time they said this, they meant it to hurt you. And I know that maybe you took it to heart. Capricorns are extremely sensitive, but I think you're in this energy now where you're kind of looking back at that comment and saying, yeah, I don't want anyone like you. That's the point. that would be the point. I don't want another you. So yay, good. I'm glad you blessed me with that blessing, because that's not a curse. That's a blessing, right? I think this person gaslit the hell out of you, and I think this person did a number on your self-esteem. I'm going to just call it, all right? I'm going to just call it, all right? The bullshit, the half-truths, the treating you like you're less than, Some of these people criticize the way you look. I'm going to just call it. They criticize the way you look. You're too short. You're too tall. You're too fat. You're too skinny. You know, you got wrinkles. You got this. You got that. Well, you're redhead. I like brunettes. Well, you're a blonde. I like, you know, whatever. Okay. And I think this person may have done a number on your self-esteem, but I think you've worked on yourself. I think you're feeling good. I really do. And I think you're just out there going, you know what? I'm just going to get out there and put myself out there. I'm going to have me a little bit of fun. And I don't think you got anything long-term on the brain, but I think it's absolutely coming towards you. But I see this other person getting stirred up about this. All right. And I think when you get booed up is when that past person that did a number on your self-esteem comes back around. Okay. What do you think you're doing, Capricorn? We're supposed to be together. You're my person. You're my soulmate. Capricorn says, I don't think that my soulmate would have had me in tears and on the floor crying like a baby. I don't think that my soulmate made me cry every night. That's not what that's not what the universe has for me. That's not the best that there is for me out there. And I know I deserve better. Yeah, there was a time. There was a time when I would have settled for you and your bullshit. There was a time when I thought that that's what I deserved and that was the best that I could do. But those times are in the past. I learned, and I know I deserve better. And so you can take your 10 of swords and your shady lies and bullshit from the moon energy, and you can take it and you can put it where the sun don't shine. Okay. Because I'm vibing. I love myself. I feel good. By God, people like me. And if they don't, fuck them. Because I don't need them anyway. I think you're in that energy. Capricorn. And I think you're at a place where I'll be honest with you, Capricorn. I think there was a point in time, if this person had come back around to you when you were in this Empress in reverse energy that you were in when y'all split up, I think there you go. I think there was a time when you would have taken this person back. And I think you'd have been glad to do it. And I think you'd have felt lucky to have them. And I think now you look back and it makes you sick. I think you look back at the fact that look at there, see, a time waster. I think you look back at this, what you wanted, what you thought you wanted. Let's just put it that way. I think you look back at what you wanted back in those days, and I think it turns your stomach. I think it makes you physically sick. Now, what I don't want you to do is beat yourself up. I want you to love that girl or guy that you were back then and say she didn't know. She didn't know that she deserved better, and that's okay. We know it now, and we're going to go forward, and we're going to do better, okay? Do you see what I'm saying, Capricorn? But I think you're in this energy where it now makes you physically sick that you ever, like, what the hell did I see in that crock of bullshit? You know, I think that's where you are right now. I mean, and I really do. But I see this person here coming towards you, and I don't know what your reaction is. You know, you don't have to cuss them out. I mean, I'm not going to tell you not to, but, you know, you don't have to. You don't have to answer them at all. Crickets are very effective. You know, I find, my Gemini son loves the crickets. Okay. Leave them on red. Oh, yeah, I saw your fucking message. There you go. The Gemini energy. Leave them on red. Oh, yeah, I saw your message, motherfucker. You can sit there and wonder. You know, you can sit there and watch me win. Watch me vibe. Because I'm going to tell you something, Capricorn. One thing I know about you, you're making your money. If you ain't doing nothing, Capricorn's making their bag. That Capricorn's all about the business. Your money's always going to be on your mind, and your mind's always going to be on your money. And I get that. But you're not just thriving there. You're thriving everywhere. And this person that told you were nothing, they can't stand it. Keep winning, Capricorn. Keep winning. Keep doing. You're on the right track. That's what I got for you, my snappy cappies. Leon, take it away.
It's only just begun. And I'm sorry, Capricorn. I can't sing. I must be tone deaf. Just erase that from your memory. And if you can't sleep tonight, I'm so sorry. But let me tell you something. Love and new beginnings. I feel like that's going to show up, or you're going to see it come towards you. I feel like that is an enterprise that's going to show up, but are you willing to entertain it? Let's ask the tarot. What's going on? And how will Capricorn handle something like that if it shows up for them? You better trust it. Emotionally, you may have felt at a distance or feeling like you don't have time or energy to work with that. Some of you, it could have felt like a fuck girl or a fuck boy situation, not worth the investment. I feel like you've been investing in yourself, turning down situations or communications, or not being emotionally relevant with putting work towards situations or options of people in situations, saying, no, damn it, I'm putting me before I put anything first. Some people around you, or you've given a little bit of communication to them, or they've wanted to communicate to you, but you weren't around for that shit. You didn't have time for that shit, Capricorn. But now you're gonna have to focus on what wants to come around, and if you want to move towards it, are you ready to be happy, motherfucker? Because you should be happy, because it's about time, Capricorn. What the fuck are you waiting for? Make the decision. You're giving me anxiety, Capricorn, and I don't fucking like it. Leos don't like when you give them fucking anxiety. They don't play that shit, all right? Oh, shit. I feel like, what the fuck is really going on? You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like you're going to get the Happy Meal. I feel like you're going to get the motherfucking Big Mac of a surprise if you want it. Do you want it? Or do you stall? Or do you pretend like that's not important? I'm what's important right now. Now, it's good to have that mentality, but don't forget about all the good things and memories you can create. But be very, very methodical and ready to pick the best option for you. Because I don't feel like it's just one opportunity that wants to show up. I feel like you may have several options coming your way. Holy shit! Wow! Say it ain't so. I feel like I should. What is this fucking Guitar Hero? Like, what the fuck is really going on, Capricorn? How the fuck is that possible? Like, that's. I don't have anxiety. I'm kind of like, you almost gave me fucking stage fright. I almost feel like, you know what? Just shut the fuck up, Leo. Just, you're done. They don't need any more reading. Let them figure that shit out on their own. No, no, no. We're going to go a little deeper on your shit right now. I'm very, really curious. I can't fucking believe what I said. The card was in my fucking hand. I mean, has that shit like, usually Scorpio likes to do that shit. They'll show up. I'll be talking about it. Boom, Yahtzee. Here we go, Capricorn. What's the message for Capricorn? What's the message for you? Double card. What's the message for Capricorn? You got a whole shitload. I'm going to give them to you. You might have felt like you were lied to. It threw you off balance at a time. You stopped focusing on it. What else is here? Next card. You stopped letting it be a problem or burden. You stopped opening your heart to it or letting it upset you. You moved the fuck out of that energy. You said, fuck that shit. I ain't playing with that. I'm done with it. I don't care whether it was an air sign, fire sign, water sign. It don't matter to me what sign it was. You became aware that when it came to getting the emotional integrity or expressing the love, what you got out of it was moving away from it or them moving away from you. I feel like you knew you had to let it go and focus on you and your enterprise. And I feel like you knew that that's what was important. But really, what's coming at you now? What's coming at Capricorn now? Trusting, love. Ah! We're done. I'm done here. We're done. You're reading. Love it or hate it. You know what I'm saying? Like the fucking Nike shit. Just do that shit already. What are you waiting for? You know what I'm saying?
He wants us to be emotionally vulnerable, Capricorn.
Emotionally, I feel like you left thinking about celebrations or playing with them. You started to manifest, started to become your own strength, emotional own support system, not taking risks, and keeping shit at bay or a distance. And I feel like you knew you could do that or embody that energy. You were like, bitch, I don't need you kind of energy. I can create the success on my own. But guess what? What goes around comes around. And as you become successful, you may forget that somebody else may match that energy that you are willing, that you just fucking deserve as much as they may deserve you. I can't guarantee that's going to show up in your energy, but I can tell you it's wanting to. It's wanting to. Here we go. Show me something for Capricorn. Is it love? Is it love and balance? I feel like love and balance is the one thing or the one option that's waiting for you. The growth is on its way. And it looks like it starts off small and ends up fucking sky's the limit. Sky's the limit. It's up to you though. Are you wanting to give into that? Or are you just wanting to stay on the focuses of success? What do we have here? Some of you had a hard falling out with an air or a fire sign, it's telling me, or water sign as well. The communication lacked trust. That's why the victory fell on its head. That's why the outcome was what it was. You focused on security. You didn't move towards situations that kept you stuck, that threw you off balance. But now you're willing to work towards them, even if they feel hard or you don't emotionally feel they're going to value or trust you, or it's going to be a pattern, a pattern, a pattern. Don't focus on what was or what has been. Just look at the person and why they come after you, or why they're showing the initiation of support, love, or being genuine with you. I don't feel like you're going to get stuck in your head about where you've been. I feel like you've released that. You made the decision. I feel like you learned. I feel like now's the time to recognize, though, if you had to leave it out and move out of that energy, you did. You did. You had to let something go. And it feels like you let it go, or some of y'all, you let it go because they cheated. While others of you let it go because they weren't putting you first. Could have been a Sagittarius, Leo, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. You cut away from that bullshit or being upset about it. I don't feel like you stayed emotionally beaten up or burned by it. You gave up on that because you recognized I'm my own happiness. And I feel like you chose the right direction, but I feel like it's time to choose the direction of love again. I feel like it's calling for you to pay attention, that it wants you to pay attention to it. I feel like that part is solid for you. I feel like just because things ended or you didn't go after it, it doesn't mean you can't master it or find it again. Some of you got hurt by either an Aries, water sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. But right now, that investment that you haven't been putting passion and basically going after, it's saying, I'm here, or I want to show up for you. I want you to see that it can be created. It can be handed to you, kind of energy. It's telling me you have not been willing to invest in it. Well, it's going to come back around. Like I said, what goes around comes around, and it's up to you, Capricorn. That's the message I have for you. So if you want it, it's going to be, the options are going to be there. You're going to have the options if you want it. You have to make the decision, though. Are you going to go towards it, or are you going to move away from it? And I feel like you're really at that energy where it's like, I've got to make the decision. Do I not move towards love? Do I work with it? Because it's up to you to start to open up the communication, take action, or do nothing with it. It looks more like it favors you're going to move towards it or slowly open up towards it, but you may have to basically pick and choose who it's going to be. That's where the options lie, and that's why I feel like there was more than one energy here. That is what I see for you, Capricorn. And good luck to you, and I hope you get everything just the way you want it, and I hope they do too.
You want it. You got it. I couldn't help it. That was the song that came to me. I love that. What a great reading. Awesome, awesome sauce. Hey, we are about to read for the Aquarians. Aquarius.
Okay.
All right. Can y'all believe we've only got 2 more signs left? Thanks for being here, everybody, by the way. Thanks for the likes and the sweet comments. I want y'all to know that Leon and I are both appreciative of you guys and the comments, the sweet comments that y'all are making. I appreciate each and every one of you guys being here. I hope that you're subscribed by now to Leo Fire 555. If not, you need to be. What the heck are you waiting on? The link is being run in the chat periodically by the mods, and I'm sure they'll run it again. So greatly appreciate those of you, and of course the super chats. Thank you guys, all of you guys. I'm going to give a big shout out for the super chats real quick. KC, thank you so much. Joe Nana, Miss Zanzi, Casey again. Thank you guys so much. And Bernie and Just Jody, thank you guys so much for the supers. We greatly appreciate those of you that have done that. So thank you so, so much. We appreciate it. Are y'all ready to read for Aquarius? Are y'all ready? The air signs. Alien Nation. I got a story for you. Aquarius, it is time. It's time. It's time. What do you mean, Auntie Karen? You incredibly have given a situation that you're in or have been dealing with a lot of patience and second chances. And there has been drama and lies and ghosting and inconsistent communication, kind of bullshit, to the point that you're in this 9 of Wands energy. This is the losing battle that we often don't know when to give up on. Okay. When we, when something is past the expiry, too many chances. And at this point, when you're in the 9 of Wands energy, it's like you're going back knowing what you're going to, and you're just trying the same old thing over and over again, hoping for a different result, banging your head against the wall, wondering why you're dying from the damn migraine. And Aquarius, I think you know, I'm not talking to dumbasses here. Okay. I'm talking to Aquarians. All right. So Aquarius, remember who you are. Okay. Snap out of this. Get out of this, get out of it. You're not locked into this thing. You're never trapped. You always have options. All right. You're never trapped. Okay. Never. All right. You have given this time. You have given this space. You have given this far more empathy and understanding and sacrifice and giving of yourself. It's time for you to pull the plug on all the sacrificing and all the stepping up and all the, giving and sacrificing. And well, if I put myself in their shoes, maybe I should just think about, how this is making, fuck it. To a certain point, it doesn't they're not, it's, you keep giving and they keep taking. That's what this amounts to. Time to take a leap of faith. All right. Time to pull the plug. I know you probably love this person and I get it and I respect it. And you know what? You may, but you can love a person and be completely on the other side of the world from them, distance and energetically wise. Okay. It's okay to love a person. What's not okay is not to love yourself more. And that's where I've got an issue with this, Aquarius. I want you to love yourself enough to walk the hell away and say, yeah, I love them, but I love me more. Okay. I love me more. You've got to choose you. You've got to, let me tell you something. If you think that anybody else is going to help, you got to take care of you. All right. At the end of the day, you've got to take care of you. All right. And right now you're exhausted and you keep showing up like this, Emperor, Empress, you keep stepping up. All right. Let me tell you something. I don't know who I feel like I'm talking to some women. Yeah, I know I'm holding a divine masculine in my hand. Look at there. He's got the same card. Look at there. But I'm going to tell you, a lot of the people that I'm talking to, the reason you're stepping into this energy, I'm fixing to go down this road. I'm fixing to piss some people off, but I'm going to do it. The reason that you are having to wear these breeches is because this other person is not. Okay. Well, this was in the reverse. Okay. I posted something on my channel the other day. And look, let me just for clarity, not that it matters, but I am straight as an arrow. That being said, girls, if I wanted to chase people, I would date a woman and be a lesbian. Okay. If you need to be wearing a dress, then you need to go find you somebody else, because I am not going to be the man. If I got to be a man, I'm going to be by myself. Okay. I'll be my own man. But I don't need to be a man for somebody else that's got something that on there, a third appendage that no, come on, fellas, step up into your divine masculine energy so that we don't need to, this is not what we want to do. We really don't want to, but you give us no choice sometimes. Okay. So Aquarius, it is time. If you're going to have to do this anyway, look, if you're the one that's repairing the leaky faucet in your house and mowing the lawn and cleaning the house and tending to the kids and cooking and all that shit, and this motherfucker sitting up there playing video games and watching football and burping and farting, then it's time for you to kick that motherfucker out. Okay. They ain't doing nothing but sitting there breathing up your oxygen. That's all they're doing. All right. And Francine, by the way, thank you so much. It's time for you to take a leap of faith. What does that mean? Toward another person? No, toward you. Choose you. It's time for you to take the leap of faith into the I know you don't know what's out there. I get it. But I'll tell you what, you know what you're leaving. And anything is better than this mess, right? I would rather go into the unknown, into the damn abyss, than I had this mess. All right. So take the leap of faith and remind yourself, you know what? Yeah, I might not know what's out there on the other side of that door, but I have always made it through every bad day. And it'll be hard when I walk away, but I'm going to tell you what, it's easier to let go than it is to hold on. Yeah, it's hard when you first let go, but you'll feel immediate relief about 5 minutes after. Okay. Step into your power. And I know this is Juan's energy, but we can embody any of these: fire, air, earth, water. I don't care what your sign. You got every sign in your zodiac chart anyway. All right. So it's time for you to be confident. It's time for you to walk forward. It's time for you to trust that, you know what? You remember that Snoop Doggy Dogg speech where he said, I want to thank me for all the work that I did to get where I am. There's a lot of people laughed, but I'm going to tell you something. There's a lot to that. You need to go watch that. There's a lot to that. Because at the end of the day, you got to have you. So it's time for you to take care of yourself and walk away from these people that sit on your couch and burp and fart, and that's all they do. And they're sitting there and they got their drooling beer down there, stained up undershirt. I mean, come on, girls, guys. I don't care who it is. I mean, maybe this is a girl looking like a slob or whatever, but I'm getting that you are being stand up, and this person is just not. And it is time. It is past time. It is past the expiration date. That's what I got for you, Aquarius, and I hope that helps. Leon, talk to my air signs.
All right. So, Aquarius, I just get this energy, right? Where it may feel like, you give me mirroring Gemini energy a little bit. Always having to take care of everybody, always having to take care of all. Doing too much, not getting enough. Not that you need the validation, but getting enough credit or things showing up for you the way you want. Some of you, this is in love, and some of you, this is with love and money situations. Some of you, the money situations isn't a problem at all. I just want to give you something. If it's been something that has been bothering you and you needed somebody to show you an answer, I'm going to show you the answer right now, real quickly. Show them the yes. And the yes will be a counterclockwise yes, by the way. Show them the yes. Show them the yes that things are going to work out or get better for the zodiac sign of Aquarius. Let me move my phone out of the way. Let me drop this down a little bit. Go ahead. Show them the yes that I can see. Show them the yes for Aquarius. Show them the yes. So as I was just trying to let you know, there's your yes and there's your clockwise yes. And I feel like it's coming to you this year. I feel like it's coming to you this year, but it's going to be a situation where you have to tell other people what you'll put up with or what you'll tolerate. You have to tell people, no, that's not how it's going to go. And that's how you achieve the yes. And the fun part of this is, did I see it do this? And they go forward and backwards? Yes. Will they like it? It's going to go left counterclockwise. They're not going to like you speaking up, but sometimes you do have to put yourself first. Do you understand, Cap? I almost called you Capricorn. Maybe you're dealing with an earth sign or people who just have taking it to it. Basically, you can't let people take advantage of you or mooch off you or not give you the energy that you give back to them, because it's been draining you, it's been exhausting you, and I know you're tired of it. Some of you that may have felt like they're not giving enough, they're not pulling their weight with career, or they're not pulling their weight around home, or they're not showing up for you the way you've been showing up for them. In time, you're not gonna be that silent Capricorn. You're gonna speak up. I can see it, and you're the opposite energy of me. You're the opposite sign of Leo. Your Aquarian energy. And I don't feel you're worried about doing it. I just know you're coming to that energy. Here we go. Show me something for the zodiac sign of Aquarius. All right. Show me something for the zodiac. I didn't really focus on the pendulum with you, to Karen, but what did you get? Oh. You're muted.
Sorry about that. My yeses are back and forth. My yes is different. I didn't get just a yes. I got it was like a darn swing set. Yes, it was like the playground kid on the swing set. It was like probably the strongest yes I've ever seen out of my pendulum. So we were in sync.
Nice. Are you guys ready for this? Let's see what we got. What are the messages for Aquarius? What are the messages for Aquarius? What needs to show up for you? You got a lot. There's going to be a lot that wants to be addressed. You may have felt like there was somebody that you really wanted to tie the knot with, or you couldn't stop thinking about, but you may have also felt like they treated you like an option over prioritizing you for security. Or it also may have felt like there were situations where I feel like you became aware they weren't giving to you. You were working on yourself. You were trying to show love to I wanted to show love to a lover, but I've also given love to other people. But at the same time, I don't get back. I just get stabbed in the back or hurt, or I'm carrying stuff, and it's emotionally putting you in a place that was taxing or exhausting. I feel like sometimes you have to speak up and say no. Your message is say no, especially if it's within a home situation, home dynamic. And I think you know that. I feel like sometimes it feels like you've just wanted to move or focus on love situations, but at the same time, you feel at a distance with it. You could be Capricorn, moon or rising, by the way, whatever, temperance, or you could have, it's weird, moon or rising or Sagittarius moon or rising in one of them. As for you, you have the Queen of Wands, balance, and things not showing up or working out for you, or playing fair. The King of Wands reversed, you putting that in the past in the rearview mirror with the Six of Cups in reverse. I feel like emotionally you've learned your lessons, you've made your decisions, and you're not going to invest in situations that are just sex based. You've outgrown that. And I think you're willing to say no to things that don't show balance or move towards you fairly. You're willing to walk away, or felt like maybe I should just leave. Maybe I should just move away from this energy because it's not treating me emotionally correct. It's I feel manipulated, or I feel like I'm not getting any happiness, or I'm taking care of too many outcomes, and that's not the action. I'm too old for this shit kind of energy. I want to move away from this. I don't want to stress about this. I need to do something about this because it's exhausting me. It's taxing. And I don't trust that they're willing to trust that they can see how much it's causing the issues, the burdens, the rifts. I feel like you may have tried to communicate to them, but emotionally, I don't know if they were ready to listen. The Fool card with the Tower, I don't see that things have changed yet. When it comes to balance, you feel like balance can be created if you create distance, or you're knowing that they need to figure out how to create distance or be good on their own. Give me like, you got to do this for yourself. I'm not going to tie your shoes anymore. I'm not going to do everything for you. Do it for yourself. You know, like I've been strong for you, for them, for this one, for that one. When is somebody going to be strong for me is how I feel in your energy. And I feel like you're getting ready to speak. And I feel like you trust knowing that you've been in an energy that you want to see other people work and not fight with each other in a home situation about the value, or just work equally 50-50. It doesn't seem like you've gotten the emotional support or the stability. You've gotten the stress out of the situation while trying to carry the financial burden of situations, whether you're a woman or man. I feel like you're trying to let go or not emotionally invest or be upset over an ex that may not have put you first as well. For some of you, that could be a woman, by the way. You got truth and clarity and didn't let this person rent too much space in your head. You looked away at saying, you stopped speaking to them, you stopped putting work and effort in them because I think you valued that the relationship was unhealthy and it wasn't going anywhere, or they weren't choosing you. This is what I see for the zodiac sign of Aquarius so far. Is there anything else that needs to show up for Aquarius? Is there anything else that needs to show up for Aquarius? Why do I want to tell you fire sign, water sign, air sign? I don't know. It could be one of those zodiacs. Doesn't have to be. Anything else here? Anything else here for Aquarius? Lovers. Maybe a Gemini, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo. Whatever this investment was, I feel like it felt like it was falling off or becoming distance, or it wasn't opening up, or it wasn't showing. It might have felt like you weren't emotionally happy with it, or didn't know if the truth and clarity of a situation, or the communication was going to happen, or they came towards you upset. They do have a love for you, but they may have had a hard time in a family situation, and they have a hard time expressing or speaking about this, not being emotionally available. They may have felt like they were undervalued or misunderstood growing up, and they moved away from family and moved towards you, or you've been the one taking care of the family. Something like that is what I'm grabbing. Hold on. Page of Wands. There's been a lack of fair communication back and forth, or fair communication or work between you in either a love situation or a family situation. It shows a lot of earth, fire, water now, air. Fire, air. I'm going to say fire, air, earth energy. Water's like the least here. I feel like you haven't let the situations around you stop you from working and progressing. But I do feel like the victories have been a struggle or mentally exhausting because you've been carrying the weight of the boss. Now you have the emperor here. And you've looked at it like, I don't want to be anybody's option, and I'm not going to be juggled in celebrations. I'll leave that out in the cold. It's not about you just recognizing your worth. It's about you not putting up with shit that's intolerable or that's disrespectful towards you. And there's nothing wrong with knowing that or understanding that. Give me something else. Anything else for Aquarius real fast? Any other messages that need to show up for Aquarius? Show me something for the zodiac sign of Aquarius, please. Queen of Wands. You might have struggled with a Leo, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Could have been definitely a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Strength card. Definitely maybe a Leo, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. You're getting more fire, air, and earth than anything. whatever this was, I feel like you felt like it didn't rush towards you or show emotional support. I feel like you learned. I feel like you recognized I'm not going to get stuck in this energy. I need to keep my emotions intact and high. And you might have lost patience with the situation. It doesn't matter what sign they were. Sagittarius, Cancer, Scorpio, irrelevant to me. Emotionally feeling like they were manipulating you or just defeating you over and over again instead of being your security, your safe place. And I feel like that's why it was easy to create the distance or stay at a distance from them, because you felt like that would be better balance for you to not communicate, to not play with somebody that just wants to come in and have sex or fuck when they want, when it's good for them, and not worried about where you feel emotionally or lie about where they really are or who they're really doing what with or where they're spending their time. I feel like you kind of seen through the shit. And this may have been somebody you were attached to or knew for a while. When it comes to trust, I feel like you may have felt stuck with knowing if you should go towards it until Three of Pentacles reversed, till you recognize, I don't want your cup. I don't want your shitty offer. Get away from me. And I feel like that was the part that you balanced out and you recognized you're not going to treat me like an option because I am fucking Aquarius and I don't need this emotional manipulation and bullshit because I am the boss. I am the person that can do me. Get your toxic shit out of here. I'm not going to think about it. I'm not going to waste my breath on it. I'm not going to fight for a situation that I need to walk away from. Walk away from. Good for you. That's how I see you, Aquarius. So I feel like you were in a situation where it really didn't put you where it should have. And it was hard for you to kind of make the decision. But once you did, once the hat was off, the hat was off. Whether it was spoken to the other person or just left silent. A lot of you, I don't feel like you got the full communication or had the full communication with the other. You just let it happen. And then you kind of surprised the other person by doing that. That's what I have for you, Capricorn. I mean, Capricorn. Could have been a Capricorn. Aquarius, excuse me.
That was a great message. I loved it. You know what? Why you kept picking up Capricorn energy, maybe? They're both ruled, they both are ruled by Saturn, right? Yep. So yeah, maybe that's what it was. And of course, they could have been dealing with somebody with Capricorn. Look at there. With Capricorn in their energy. It
could have been a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius is what kept showing up is earth, air, and fire.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, that Saturnian energy is something else, man. It's heavy shit in a good way. I mean, it's a lot, but you get used to it. And
if you were a Pisces, though, they weren't done loving somebody else. I'm done. I'm over it. But that's what I got. Or Cancer or Scorpio, they weren't over somebody else. They weren't finished. They were still stuck in that investment.
There you go. There you go. Well, so we are on Spicy Feisty Pisces now. And once again, before we do the last sign, I can't believe it's already Pisces, but before we do the last sign, make sure that you guys subscribe to Leon's channel, Leo Fire 555. A lot of you guys have been saying some really positive things about the readings tonight. We both appreciate that. And if you just can't get enough of that Leo Fire, you know where to go. Leo Fire 555. Go subscribe and make sure you got your notifications set so you'll know when he goes live. Nonetheless, let's talk to the Spices. Spicy, feisty Pisces. Are you guys ready? Pisces, I pulled for you while we were, between, okay? And I'm going to talk about a pet peeve that I run across when I read for you guys. Not at you. This is not your ass chewing tonight. But I am going to share in your frustration about something, Pisces. I haven't seen this show up for you in a hot minute, but every so often I'll see this motherfucker. And I'm going to tell you what happens after I do this. Then I get frustrated as hell. And the question becomes, why do they do this, Pisces? Why do they underestimate a Pisces? I know why. I know why. And I'm going to tell you why. They literally underestimate your loving kindness and your ridiculous amount of nurturing and patience for weakness. They do. Because you guys can be so, let me tell you, if you blow it the Pisces, something wrong with you, right? If you blow it, how can you fumble somebody? When you get in a relationship with a Pisces, You already have a 20-yard advantage. It's like the other team got a penalty. You've already got a 20-yard advantage on the football field. You're that much closer to making it all the way to the end zone for a score, right? And I'm telling you, Pisces, it happens. I see it. You're loving and you're nurturing and you're kind, and you give so much. Yes, you're loving and you're nurturing and you're kind, and you give and you give and you give. And then sometimes, and this is where I do have to get after you, Pisces, a smidge of an ass chewing. You're not going to walk away assless, but I got to get after you a little bit, Pisces. And that's this giving too much energy that we have. This giving, this then you give too much to the point where you're like, and sometimes it bites you on the ass, Pisces. So that's why another reason I'm not going to chew you out too much about it. But you're like, you know what? I've been giving way more than I need. This is not healthy. I'm walking on eggshells. I'm sacrificing myself, for this other person's needs. And, then Pisces wakes up, then Pisces wakes up and you start seeing the fuckery, right? And you're like, you take off those rose-colored glasses that we pick on you about sometimes, Pisces, and you take them off and you're like, I just can't not see this anymore. I can't unsee what I have seen. I mean, shit, what am I supposed to do? This person's got a history and a track record of turning their back on me when I need them the most, cheating, whatever the thing may be, with the 3 of Wands in reverse. Maybe it's the third party, maybe it's not. And I have been, and I love you, Pisces, but this is kind of you waking up and taking off those rose-colored glasses, and you're like, God, Karen, you know what? I've been stuck on stupid with this person, and I have my own self to blame at this point, because I know and I see it. But I'm tired of shedding tears. I'm tired of crying over spilt milk. It is what it is. I got to accept that this is the reality. This is who this person is. And it is what it is. Now, this is in your rearview mirror for a lot of you. I think a lot of you have done all of this. And what's crazy is when you moved on, and I don't know if you're with somebody, or I don't know if you're single as a Pringle. The bottom line is you're moving on, and you're moving toward happiness. All right. You took a leap of faith, and you know what? The gamble that you took, it was on you. You bet on yourself, right? And you're winning. That's going to always be a win, by the way. You can always bet on you. You can believe in yourself, and you'll create your own happiness. Does that mean that you move towards somebody else? Probably eventually, but originally you're choosing you. You know what I'm saying? And you walked away from this mess. All right. You walked away. You said, I am tired of feeling like shit. I am tired of feeling like shit. I am tired of sitting here up in the bed wondering where you're at, who you're with, whose bed your boots are under. Yes, whose bed your boots are under. I'm tired of sitting there looking and saying, why am I not good enough? Why was I not good enough? And you're like, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this bullshit. I'm tired of feeling like shit. I'm just tired of feeling like shit. And so people, and then when you finally get enough, Pisces, and you walk away, then this person wants to be up and, how could you do that to me, Pisces? You piece of shit. How could you abandon me how could you dare walk? I thought you loved me. Pisces. Pisces said I did love you, but I realized I had to love myself more, right? But they want to sit and call you crazy. And you're somehow you're the problem just because you stood up and started taking care of your damn self. Now this person's got a problem. Now they've got a problem. How dare you? How they're sitting over here giving 10%. You're sitting over here giving 110%, and they want to holler unfair. Pisces was unfair to me. How dare Pisces do that to me? Pisces, keep walking. Keep walking. All right, you're walking towards something that's better, that's more equal. All right, where somebody really values and loves you and treats you like you deserve to be treated. Keep walking. Keep taking take that leap. Bet on yourself. Bet on yourself, Pisces. You're stronger than you know, and you're stronger than you deserve. All right. Then you're stronger than what they're giving you. You deserve more than you know, and you deserve more than you've been settling for. And I think a lot of my Pisces, this is in your rearview mirror. I kind of feel that way. I feel like the problem is when this person reacts and calls you crazy because suddenly you have self esteem. Suddenly, Pisces, how dare Pisces not let me treat them like a doormat? They always have. Well, that, yeah, okay. You learned. You won't do that as long the next time. Hopefully, not at all. Once that Queen of Cups starts to teeter and go up, Pisces, don't let it go all the way upside down like it did before this one. All right, don't do that. You walk away before this thing gets stuck in the mud to begin with. You start seeing these things, you won't ignore them next time, I bet, because I bet you saw these before. I bet you saw it coming and you didn't want to see it because Pisces, one thing I love about you is also the thing that irritates the shit out of me about you, and that is this: you give and give and give, and you believe that you see the best in people. And thank God for you, because people like me that got a lot of Saturn in their chart, we just look around and think the world sucks, and that's okay. It takes all of us. So you balance people like me out, and I love you for it. I love that you see people and see the best in people. But this is Jeffrey Dahmer, and you're not Jeffrey Dahmer's mother, so you don't have to cry about let Jeffrey Dahmer, let this asshole's mother love him. Okay, you don't have to. This is not your job to fix this person. They got to fix that. So let them go over there and say whatever they're going to say. Let them do their smear campaign. Okay, it don't fucking matter. Let them say what they're going to say, and the people that believe them, you will find out they need to go anyway. Let them let people think what they want to think. You ain't got to explain yourself, and you ain't got to defend yourself. In fact, don't waste your time. You just let them people flap their gums, and you keep doing you. You stay in your lane, and you're absolutely betting on yourself. And guess what? You'll always win if you do. You'll always win if you do. That's what I got for you, Pisces, and I hope that helps. Leon, take it away for the spicy, feisty Pisces.
Well, hello, Pisces. So I notice there's a good amount of guys in here, and I like seeing that because not there, tarot is usually more generated around females, or spiritual, not completely, but it's good to see that. Good to see them here. It's good to see the expression, or for them to walk into something, whether they're new and excited about it or whether they're very well advanced in it. So thank you, ladies, for being here, but especially the gentlemen. I wonder what's going to happen with this Pisces reading. So that's one of the things that gets me. I love the curiosity. I love the curiosity killed the cat. Oh, you got it. I love that when I do this, especially when it seems like sometimes Pisces for me has been very like I'm going to sum up some of the past readings for you real quick. It's been about you owning your own power in the past. I'm hoping it's a little different tonight, but I can't guarantee that. I don't like to try to manipulate the energy. I just try to like forecasting the energy I can feel or see. And that's good enough for me. Do I like being stuck in the energy where some things don't change? No. Did you maybe have a struggle with a Leo? Did a Leo or Gemini maybe, or Leo or fire sign, Aries, a Leo, Sagittarius, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, lie to you or cause problems for you? Something like that might not have been in the balance like you wanted. Next card is the balance that you wanted. You know what I'm saying? Did you have to work out of that situation? Find self-love before worrying about moving towards another lover? Because I feel like you started to practice what others would preach to you, or what you knew you had to preach to others, because you know how to do that. There's nothing wrong with being ahead of shit. You know what I'm saying? And putting the work and effort into a situation, or stepping the fuck back when you have to. And I feel like you both need to hear that. Ladies and gentlemen, you knew the assignment. You didn't need nobody to tell you shit. And I like that. You were like, fuck the fuckity fuck that. And that's the truth of the matter. You had the light. You could see through the bullshit. You weren't going to let it upset you anymore, Pisces. You were like, fuck that. If it's got to end, it's got to end. I'm aware that it's something I may have wanted to move towards or see a new beginning with, but it can be distant. And a lot of the energy on my table is it's definitely most likely a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius that you dealt with. Here we go. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. There's Sagittarius energy. There's Page of Swords energy. There's fire energy. There's air. So fire, air sign potential. Water sign. The Fool, not taking the risk, not getting stuck there. Hangman. And you didn't get stuck in a situation that wasn't supportive of you or showing up for you. This tells me it wasn't coming around, or it was broken promises, or it was full of hot fucking air kind of energy. Motherfucker, hot fucking blow up air. And you don't need to fucking hear somebody or feel like you're going to go off in a hot fucking air balloon and just get noise. You were like, you're not going to treat me like an option. I'm not going to trust a situation that's not fighting for me or not showing that it wants to work with me. This is what shows up for your energy. Some of you, it wasn't about what you weren't getting. It was about what they weren't giving. You know what I'm saying? And I think you identified that and you let it go. The death card reversed is you recognizing I can cut this shit out and I don't need that shit and I don't deserve that shit. And there's nothing wrong with that. Pisces, one of the reasons you are one of my favorite signs is because you are one of the most intuitive signs. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of those Leos that you don't usually come across. You don't hear many Leos say, I'm a psychic medium or fucking understand that. Or actually, for a while, I didn't fucking want to believe it until it was there. Did you have the strength to walk away? Did you have the power to focus on your own security? Did you get the fucking communication? No, you didn't get that shit, but you got sick of the fucking burdens. You thought about it. You recognized I don't need this emotional bullshit, and I'm done. I'm done, bitch. I'm done. I'm moving the fuck out of here, and you ain't coming with me. Get the fuck back. I learned my lesson, and emotionally, I'm content, and I'll find real passion. I can't be stressed out, and I want to focus on the security and the balance of things that make sense. That balance, I'm not going to get fucked over on lies. Pisces, it's like, it wasn't when the going got tough. It was when the bullshit became enough, and you became aware of that. Go to the bottom. And you weren't getting the change, so it potentially could have been an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius that was doing this, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Maybe Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I feel like you identified a situation and said, no, fuck that bullshit. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. No, he wasn't ready. She wasn't ready kind of energy. Like, now fuck that shit. You ain't ready to have my heart or go towards the victories. Some of you I'm going to motherfucking say it could have been a Leo or Sagittarius, or you dealt with one and didn't dealt with the other. Whatever the fuck, some bullshit. Were you getting the change? Were you getting the love and the emotions? Or did you have to make a decision to say, back off. I don't trust you. I don't want you here. You're not investing in me. You're not showing up the way. And I've learned to say no. I've learned to recognize I can't rush towards you, and I can take action towards moving to a transition, not towards something of the past, but something that's worth growth or starting over again. And some of you, it's like, I haven't even wanted to go towards it yet. I want to put more work and effort in myself before I move towards anything, towards love. And you're aware of this. This tells me that you're very aware of this. It doesn't tell me you're scared of it. It just tells me you're like, when I feel like it's time, I'll go towards it. Some of you might think it's something that would be nice to go after right now, but it doesn't come off as priority number one. Right now, what comes off as priority number one is you enjoying, time and people around you. And you give me this, I want to learn, I want to grow energy more than anything. Show me something. I want to learn, I want to grow, I want to continue. I you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to get stuck kind of energy with anybody's shit. Show me something else, because I want balance. You come off very humbled about it too. I like that. I like that. And you may not like to talk about it or flaunt that shit, which is even better. Hold on. You're going to work towards a happiness when you feel you can trust it. When you feel you can trust it, or it's coming towards you emotionally correctly, that's when you're going to start building the momentum. That's when you start taking the chance, spinning the wheel. Basically, go to the bottom. You may have had to leave out. Definitely could have been an earth sign, fire sign. Definitely earth sign or fire sign. They were giving you a little bit of emotion, and then they were confusing you. Then it felt like it was ending. You became aware of it. Some of you may give it one more shot than you should have, or somebody tried to come at you more than once. Air sign, fire sign, like wouldn't give up on you. And I feel like they just didn't understand. No is no, damn it. Stay away. I don't want you. Could have been a Sagittarius. Leave me the fuck alone. Could have been an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Feel like Capricorn for some of y'all. Doesn't have to be. Celebration. Love is reversed. I'm not playing with this bullshit. There isn't balance here. You know what I'm saying? Was it an Aries because you have the Emperor? You have feeling like they treated you like an option or giving you very little communication emotionally. I feel like you got tired of feeling like they weren't coming at you correctly or showing up. Everything felt distant or like it wasn't real. Like it was almost like it was basically like they were gaslighting the fuck out of you kind of energy when it came to coming towards you. And I feel like you recognize that, or it made you feel like, well, are they doing something else? Are they giving their cup somewhere else? Why do I keep having to think about this? Or why do I feel off balance with this when I don't need that and I can be my own support system? I'm over the horse shit of relationships or problems. And I've known that for a while. That's how you come off. I want to put a lot of work and support into not being emotionally upset, trusting, being careful with risks, or I'm not moving towards them. Why do you come off like this? You feel like somebody wasn't giving you the full truth in a security or speaking up and telling you everything. Definitely could have been a Leo or Sagittarius or Aries. Could have been a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, but it feels definitely a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I feel like you had to make a decision to back away from it and not let it bother you anymore. Some of you, maybe it was a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. It's not here, but I feel like some of you could have dealt with the same energy, similar energy that you. I'm going to, whatever this is, I feel like the changes was you being emotionally corresponding to yourself or recognizing I deserve more. And I'm not going to let anybody put me down or stress me out. I'm letting go. I'm saying no. I've learned. I'm taking action. And I'm not moving towards situations that I need to move away from. You have the Knight of Swords with the Chariot. You became comfortable saying no, goodbye, see you later, sayonara. This ain't happening. This ain't working. I'm tired of waiting. You took too fucking long, and I'm not going to be up in my head about it. And fuck your cup. I don't want it. You know what? Was it a Capricorn? Was it an air sign? Was it an Aquarius? I don't care what sign it was. I feel like they didn't show enough love investment in you. And that's when you said, I'm done. I'm done. This is part of my past. We're done here. Death to this situation. And I feel like you didn't want to have to do it, but you couldn't own what you knew to trust with inside of your own intuition or with inside of your feelings. That's what I see for Pisces. Pisces, anything else for you real quick? Any other message for you? Show me something that may show up for Pisces. Let's do that. Show me something that may show up for Pisces. You may see love come towards you or options, emotional connections. Yes, and it may be something very strong. Maybe something strong in that you've been waiting for a while. It may even be hard to believe it's going to show up. Some of you are still on the fence on taking the risk. You may still be in walk away mode or not wanting to open up or give your cup to anybody. But it's because you're valuing yourself. You value yourself right now, or family or kids or something of the sort like that. It could be children, or it could be being like an instructor, a teacher, helping others younger than you, whether they're your kids or just being very knowledgeable and helpful. You may have had a hard ending or a fallout with definitely a fire sign. Definitely could have been a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. There's Leo. There's Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to security and judgment, you backed off and you recognize I need to back off. I can't be mentally distracted. I don't want any toxic energy. I don't want any offers right now. I made the decision to learn that sometimes the best action is manifesting and letting go of situations and waiting. King of Pentacles, waiting for the right opportunity. Because if it doesn't feel right, I'll say no, or I will not take the offer. I will not be emotionally manipulated or fucking lied to. Good for you. This is all about you saying no until you see the changes that make sense to rush towards. And you've become strong in that energy, and nobody can take that away from you because you trust yourself and you recognize that love wasn't being trustworthy towards you. And you weren't going to be a fucking victim to it. I love that. I love that. It was hard to let go for some of you, where others of you, it was not that hard. It was emotionally draining and it wasn't making you happy. So you said, fuck, what am I doing? Why am I investing in something that's not giving me the balance I deserve? As soon as you thought through the clarity of this, you emotionally recognized this one's not for me. I'm not moving towards this shit. I need to move away from this shit. I don't want to talk to you no more. And I'm not a fucking option. Stay the fuck out of here. That's what I see. And it definitely could have been a fire sign, air sign, water sign. I feel like you recognized I don't need anybody to make me feel balanced or complete. I don't need anybody to fuck with me or play with me. And when I'm ready for that new beginning, that's when I'll go for it. That is what I have for you, Pisces.
Amazing. If you could have seen the chat, Leon, you were nailing it. People were just like, man, he's on it. He's on it. I mean, you did you did great with all of the signs, but like you were just totally nailing it.
You did a fucking amazing job. Amazing job.
This has been a fun.
I was laughing at a lot of it, and I was muted for some I wasn't muted.
This has been a fun collab. I just want to thank
Excellent.
all of you guys that watched, and Mod Squad. Thank you so much for what you do. Appreciate it. Go subscribe to Leon. He rocks. Y'all know it. Y'all have seen it. The man, he is a legendary reader. He's been reading for longer than I have, and he's phenomenally psychic, gifted medium. He gets a lot of stuff even just channeled, as you guys know. But he rocks it. He's incredibly accurate and talented. And I actually, it's kind of funny because people were saying when you said, I'm one of those Leos, basically, I'm going to paraphrase what you said. You said, I'm one of those Leos that has an appreciation for Pisces, right? And a lot of people were like, wow, he must have a Pisces moon or something. I'm like, no, I called it in the chat. I'm like, no, man, he's a Taurus rising and a Taurus moon. And I'm like, no, he just gets it. He just is an ascended person that has an appreciation for the high vibrational energies of every sign. And that's why you're an exceptional reader, and you can read for many people because you don't have that bias that, that is, I mean, we all have biases. We all have our favorites. I do, but I try to show love to everybody in the same way because I really do care about all the signs, right? And I try very hard to put myself in your shoes, and I can tell you that Leon does as well. So I appreciate you guys noticing that. He is a phenomenal reader, and I feel very glad that he was here this evening. And I hope that you guys have subscribed. Leon, this has been phenomenal.
This has been amazing. If you're coming in and you're new, make sure you subscribe to Karen's channel, Enchanted 333, Enchanted Cottage 333. Also, if you're from my channel, it's more than worth subscribing to her channel and getting any messages you can, because they will show up, whether it's now, past energy, or in the future. And that's the fun of the situation. And just anytime you feel kind of uncertain about a situation, the more you value trusting yourself, the better off you become.
Yes.
I've even struggled a little bit. I'll be honest with y'all. I've struggled a little bit where it's like I've done this stuff where spiritualism showed me better outcomes than me trusting myself. I was telling to Karen about that earlier today, where I used to hate that shit. Sometimes you just got to roll with the punches. You know what I mean? And yes, like she said, we all have bias. We all have this. We all have that. But if you really come to the table and you come for others and you come correct, you can do so much. And it's not just about what you're doing for them, it's what they're doing for you. So I want to say thank you. Thank you, Karen. I want you all to have a good night. And I hope you enjoyed this. And we'll probably do it again soon from my channel. I'm going to promote Karen.
Count on it. Count on it. We hope you come back, Leon. We've had a blast. Don't we, chat? Don't y'all want Leon back in the future? Don't y'all want to see this roll again? I do. I had a blast. I think it was great. We've had really good response, and I just feel really good about it. And I hope that you guys had a good time. I love you guys so much. Thank y'all. Are we calling it a night? Are we wrapping this up?
Pretty much, but happy Memorial Weekend for whoever's supports it in the United States. And if you're out having fun, just be safe. That's all. I want everybody to have a good time and be safe and enjoy themselves. All right.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you guys so much. We love you.
Good night.